So, und Christian, ich denke mir, die Siegerehrungen sind angerichtet. Dann legen wir jetzt einfach mal los mit der üblichen Fanfare. Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony, women's 200 Meter breaststroke. Die Siegerehrung über 200 Meter Brust der Frauen. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 705 points, representing Japan, Mikuni Utsugi. Und die Siegerehrung wird vorgenommen von Lars Pickert, dem Jugendvertreter des DBS. Second and winner of the silver medal with 875 points, representing Italy, Chialia Ciretti. And international champion of Germany over women's 200 meter breaststroke with a fantastic new world record and 907 points, representing Netherlands, Chantal Sierrewold. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of Netherlands. Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne der Niederlande. Victory ceremony, men's 200 meter breaststroke. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 800 points, representing Netherlands, Duncan van Horen. Second and winner of the silver medal with 852 points, representing Germany, Potsdam, Torben Schmidtke. And the winner and international German champion with 909 points representing Spain, Oscar Garisteo. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up. Rise if you can for the national anthem of Spain. Bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Spaniens. Victory ceremony, mixed 4x50 meter freestyle relay. Third and winner of the bronze medal, Team Fiamme Oro, Italy. Und auf dem zweiten Platz der Behindertenrehabilitationssportverband Nordrhein-Westfalens, Deutschland. And international German champion, das Team vom SC Potsdam, Germany. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of Germany. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich für die Nationalhymne der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und schaut, Lars, du bist noch da, ich weiß es. Lars Pickert. Die Italiener haben den Weg noch in die Halle gefunden und ich denke mir, da bleiben wir noch kurz stehen und geben den Italienern natürlich noch ihre Medaille, ist doch ganz, ganz klar. So the Italians find the way in the hall, so we are very, very find it nice. So, and congratulations for Team Italy for the bronze medal. So, nochmal einen großen Applaus. And ladies and gentlemen, your attention to the pool deck now, please. The officials of the evening sessions of swimming events will entering the pool deck now. Meine Damen und Herren, wir begrüßen nun ganz, ganz herzlich wiederum das Kampfgericht. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think 10 minutes before he was by me on the couch, and now he is in the first row. Our World Paraswimming Technical Delegate, David Mitkoff. And always in the first row as referee, Ingmar Hahn. And also in the first row, Andreas Reif. And Ulf Reinmar Stoll. And ladies and gentlemen, starter for the women's event, Manfred Keil. And starter for the men's event, Frank Stevens. That are our officials. Thanks a lot. And now I have a very official announcement following a disqualification in event 34, head for lane 9. A protest appeal was made against the decision of the referee. A technical jury of appeal sat and reviewed the evidence. The decision of the jury of appeal was that the appeal was decided. The original decision of the referee stands. Also es gab einen Protest, dem wurde nicht stattgegeben von höchster Stelle und das ist hiermit ganz offiziell verkündet. Und offiziell übergebe ich jetzt an meinen tollen Sprecherkollegen Steffen Weber.
For the final time this week, good evening and welcome to the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships 2017. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is day 4 and the final session of the week as well. I'm Jonathan Bell. I've been with you for the previous 3 days before this, and we hope we're going to go out on a high tonight. We've had many a world record broken here in the pool. 32 in all. Let's try and get up to 40, shall we, before the night is out. We are moments away from our first final of the night, and it is the women's 100-metre backstroke, the B final. As ever, The B final, the C final and the youth finals will all be decided before we end the night with all of our A finals. So in lane 0 here from Spain is Marianne Polo Lopez. In 1 from New Zealand is Tupu Nuufi. In 2 from the Netherlands is Lisa Kruger. In 3 from Great Britain is Jessica Applegate. In 4 from Great Britain is Abby Kane. In lane 5 representing the Netherlands is Cleo Kaiser. In lane 6 from Great Britain is Maisie Summers-Newton. In 7 from Japan is Airi Aika. In 8 from Spain is Maria Delgado Nadal. And in 9 from New Zealand is Rebecca Dubber. Few successful names in this one. Abby Kane in lane 4 was a silver medalist at the Paralympic Games in Rio in the S13 category, and also Maria Delgado Nadal won bronze in the S12 category in Rio as well. So a lot of talent in the pool for this one. We hope they produce on the big stage. This is the women's 100 metre backstroke B final from lane 0 to 9. Polo Lopez, Nuufi, Kruger, Applegate, Kane, Kaiser, Summers-Newton, Ike, Delgado Nadal and Dubber. And unlike the heats earlier, the seedings for the final are purely down to the points. So our slowest swimmer may end up being in lane 4. That's certainly not the case as we have S13 athlete Abby Kane in there. But for example, our slowest athlete may be in lane 4 but still achieve the highest points. So it's going to be fascinating to see over the course of this 100 metres who will reign supreme. Our first gold medals of the evening up for grabs here in the women's 100 metre backstroke B final. These athletes 11th to 20th in the heats earlier on, but still not short of star names. The 3 leading the pack at the moment in lanes 2, 3 and 4 are Kruger of the Netherlands, S10 athlete, Jessica Applegate of Great Britain, S14 athlete, and Abby Kane in lane 4, who is in the S13 category, respectively. So, who was going to get to the wall first? Jessica Applegate looks as if she's on course to do it, but I don't think she's going to get first position here. As she comes into the wall, it's 110.07, and we'll just wait for the confirmed points of that. 799 for Jessica Applegate. It looks as if it's enough for now. In lane 6 coming in is Maisie Summers-Newton. The S6 record is 121.43. That won't be beaten here on 132.39, and in fact Maisie Summers-Newton misses out on a medal altogether. Jessica Applegate has managed gold here in this final. We will await the confirmed results on the scoreboard there. So Jessica Applegate touching in first on 110.07, but that is not what's important. What's important are these points. And Abby Kane, in fact, is the one topping the standings on 799. Lisa Kruger in second on 780, and Cleo Kaiser on 740. Means that they are the podium finishers.
In lane 2, representing Hungary, Sofia Konkoli.
So next up is the C final. In lane 0 from Canada is Camille Beruba. In 1 from the Netherlands is Lisette Brunsma. In 2 from Hungary is Sofia Konkoli. In lane 3 from Germany is Gina Bocha. In 4 from Great Britain is Grace Harvey. Francisca Castro of Chile is in lane 5. In 6 from Germany is Janina Brewer. In 7 representing the Netherlands is Sanna Hoffmann. In lane 8 also from Germany is Isabel Marie Goglin. And in 9 from Chile is Valentina Munoz. So from lanes 0 to 9 it's Beruba, Brunsma, Konkoli, Bocha, Harvey, Castro, Brewer, Hoffmann, Goglin and Munoz. This is the women's 100 metre backstroke C final. Just apology there to anyone that was supporting Jessica Applegate in that last final and me getting excited there. Just, of course, with her and Abby Kane in the lanes next to each other. And with Jessica Applegate touching in first, it appeared as if it was her that had got the most points. But a bit of a crossroad there with her and Abby Kane actually sees the latter picking up the gold. So there should be no such confusion in this one, with a real variety of nations taking part. Don't forget that there obviously are German athletes taking part, not just in the international scene, but also in the national competition as well, because we will have German champions, junior German champions, international champions, and international junior champions as well. So lots of medals to be given out, but the main thing here is who will take this C final. As you can see in lane 6 there in the pink, managing to poke away in front is Jarina Brewer of Germany. She's an S14 athlete, and the record that she has to get close to is 104.05. Coming in towards the finish now, it will be somewhat off that, 114.23. It's 605 points. Coming in there is Francisco Crascro on 655. Will that be enough? For now it is, but it could change, particularly in lane 4. Grace Harvey of Great Britain got the bit between her teeth here and gets 659. That squeezes her for now into first position. The one person that we are waiting for is Gina Bottcher of Germany. Many a time has the SC Potsdam swimmer stood on the podium this week in front of her home crowd. Will she manage to secure a spot in the top 3 this time around as well? Remember, it's not about the fastest trio in terms of time, it's all about those points, and the S4 swimmer is competing against a world record of 143.91. Coming in now, will she secure a medal? The answer is yes. Bronze for Gina Bottcher on 647. Silver goes to Chilean Francisca Castro, and in first position is Grace Harvey picking up gold. Lizette Brunsma there on your screen.
Jugendfinale 100 Meter Rücken der Frauen.
Yes, 11 athletes just having their goggles checked to make sure they were fully blackened. Indeed they were. Unfortunately for the Dutch swimmer, and uncharacteristically as well, she does not feature in the top 3. Grace Harvey, Francisca Castro and Gina Bottcher do, though. They pick up gold, silver and bronze respectively. Now it's time for the youth final.
Great Britain, Molly Hopkins. Lane 3, representing Costa Rica.
And in this one, in lane 0 from the Netherlands is Amber van der Kruk. In 2 from Great Britain is Molly Hopkins. In lane 3 from Costa Rica is Camila Heiss-Quiros. In lane 8 from Germany is Kim Schneider. And in lane 9 from Japan is Sakura Kyoka.
Auf der Bahn 7 für die Schweiz Nora Meister.
Do have some athletes in between those lanes I just read out there as well. In lane 1 from the Netherlands is Inga Belfort. In 4 from Belarus is Anastasia Zuzilava. In 5 from Germany is Felicia Lehrberger. In 6 from the USA is Alala Lettenberger. In lane 7 from Switzerland is Nora Meister. So from lane 0 to 9 in order now: Van der Kruk, Belfort, Hopkins, Quiros, Zuzilava, Lebera, Lettenberger, Meister, Snyder and Koika. This is the women's 100 meter backstroke youth final. Off and underway with, for now, third and final women's 100 meter backstroke event. Of course, later on we will return to this event with the A final, and that is really when the records begin to tumble. After this will be the men's 100 meter backstroke B, C and youth finals. But let's now enjoy this one in front of us. And coming in towards the wall first there on the far side in lane 8 is Kim Schneider of Germany, AB athlete. The lowest category here is S7, and that's Sakura Koika of Japan on the far side in lane 9. Just top left of your screen, beginning to emerge now. And she is at the halfway point, and not until she finishes we'll be able to determine who takes gold, silver and bronze in this event. And of course, with the Japanese swimmers as well, we mentioned how we are 1 year in to the 4-year cycle before the next Paralympic Games in Tokyo in 2020. And the Japanese swimmers are seeing this World Series as an early opportunity to get some experience and get some form ahead of what will be a very thorough 3-year training camp from now until Tokyo. So 594 currently the score to beat. Looks like it will be beaten as well between lane 6 and 7, Lettenberger and Meister. In fact, no, they dropped off towards the end. It's very close indeed between the top 5 there. Sakura Koika coming in now. Will the Japanese athlete manage to get a good enough score? 142.62. The answer is no. 594 then is your winning points total. Anastasia Zudzilava claiming that for Belarus. In second spot is Felicia Libera of Germany, and getting the bronze medal is Camilla Hassa Quiros. Confirmation of those points on the screen there. Just 5 points separating the front 3.
On lane 1, representing Denmark, Niels Mortensen. Lane 2, representing Croatia, Ante Rada.
Here is the B final lineup. Again, some big names in this one, despite the fact it is not the A final. Just tells you how good the A final is going to be, doesn't it? In lane 0 from Croatia is Christian Vincetic. In 1 from Denmark is Niels Mortensen. In 2 from Croatia is Ante Rada. In lane 3 from the Netherlands is Thijs van den Ende. In 4 from Brazil, the legend that is Andre Brazil. In 5 representing Poland is Patrick Biskup. In 6 from New Zealand is Christopher Arbuthnot. Lewis White of Great Britain is in lane 7. In 8 representing Brazil is Lucas Clemente Mazzella. And in 9 from Chile is Alberto Arbaza. This is the men's 100 metre backstroke B final from 0 to 9. Vincetic, Mortensen, Rada, van den Ende, Brazil, Biskup, Arbuthnot, White, Mazzella and Arbaza. Here we go, and in lane 4, of course, we do have Andre Brazil, who enjoyed a home Paralympic Games in Rio, of course, in 2016, and I'm sure he will testify that that was a fortnight to remember. Also, he said earlier on to our German announcer Christian in venue that he would love to come back to Berlin once again. He seemed pretty adamant that he would return to a flight to Berlin in 12 months' time, which is fantastic to hear. Of course, this Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaft and Swimming Championships has been running for a very long time now. However, it's the first time that it's been part of a World Series event, and the extra international stars that we can boast at these championships is quite phenomenal. Right then, Andre Brazil in lane 4, S10 athlete looking to beat 57.24. He won't beat it, but he's going to come very close to it indeed. Over 800 points. It's 812 for Andre Brazil. Will that be beaten? You could see a big wave now of S9 swimmers coming in, and none of them beating Andre Brazil so far. And the next to come in, Ante Rada, doesn't look as if he's going to do it either. So it is all down now to Alberto Arbaza of Chile. The current standings, Andre Brazil in first on 812. Then in second is Patrick Biskup of Poland on 756. And in third position on 746 is Thijs van den Ende. So can this man, Alberto Arbaza from Chile, come and crash the podium party? Well, his destiny is in his own hands, and you can see there the points ticking down pretty rapidly. 746 is the buffer for a medal. It's going to come very close indeed, but I think he's going to just miss out. Well, Alberto Arbaza pushing that one all the way there. 692 he has to settle for. It's a very respectable score indeed, but the quality of the pool there means that it ends up being the 10th best time. Winning that one then is Andre Brazil in lane 4.
100-meter backstroke C final.
And Andre Brazil was the man on the back of the official program for this event here in Berlin, and he will come away from it with another medal, 812 points for the 33-year-old.
On lane 0, representing the Republic of
Lewis White certainly wasn't far off a medal either, just at 1 point separating him and Thijs van den End. Absolutely gripping stuff here in the 100-meter backstroke, and another one of these finals to come now. It's the C final, of course. In lane 0 from South Africa is Franco Smit. In 1 from the United States of America is Joseph Pepersack. Barry McClements of Ireland lines up in lane 2. In lane 3 from the Welsh part of Great Britain is Jack Thomas. In 4 from Spain is Antoni Pons-Bertrand. Canada's Alec Elliott lines up in lane 5. In 6 from the Netherlands is Bas Takken. In lane 7 representing Italy is Francesco Bertella. 8 from Spain is Miguel Angel Martinez Tejulo, and in 9, completing a double dose of Italians, is Simon Culo Culi. Meaning here in the men's 100-meter backstroke C final, from lane 0 to 9, the near side to the far side, it goes Smit, Pepersack, McClements, Thomas, Bertrand, Elliott, Takken, Bertella, Tejulo, and Chiuli. This is the men's 100-meter backstroke C final. Like the delay there to allow Francesco Bertella into the pool. Lane 7, he is situated in the Italian. He's an S1 athlete. The record he's aiming to beat is 2:08.01. It's going to be very difficult for him indeed, because Hannadi Burko has held that since the Rio Games last year, and it is a time that no one else has been able to get near to since. That's 3 athlete Miguel Angel Martinez Tejulo is in lane 8, that record being 1:38.43, set by Vincenzo Boni, who of course is here this week, and that record incidentally was set in this very pool back in 2016 in June time. The reason why lane 4 looks vacated at the moment is because S6 athlete Antoni Pons-Bertrand qualified with the highest points but one of the lowest scores due to his S6 classification, and we see the first few beginning to touch home now. So in lane 3, currently leading the way and being the one to beat, is Jack Thomas of Great Britain. Joint first, in fact, with Alec Elliott of Canada. In now in lane 4 and missing out on gold. But a surprise this, Antoni Pons-Bertrand is a bit slower than he was this morning, and maybe it's the fatigue of a 4-day event beginning to catch up with the Spaniard, but he drops all the way down to 6th, which is certainly not what was expected beforehand. Camera here on Barry McClements of Ireland, S9 athlete, just 16 years of age, chasing a record of 101.75, trying to get as close to it as possible. He looks as if he's out of contention for the medal position. Sorry, that's Francesco Bottella, in fact, of Italy, and his S1 record he's chasing is 208.01, not a million miles away, but it looks unlikely that the Fiamme Oro swimmer will be able to get close to it. Incidentally, I did mention Barry McClements though. I might as well tell you what he actually did. 709 points he got, which currently puts him in third position. 109.25 was his time, and with the way that this man, Francesco Bottella, is going at the moment, it looks like it may be enough for McClements to pick up the bronze. Of course, I could be wrong. Coming in towards the touch now, it looks as if I won't be, because 669 is the score Francesco Bottella gets. A sigh of relief for those in the top three. Joint first there is Alec Elliott and Jack Thomas, and propping up the rest of the podium is Barry McClements of Ireland, who gets bronze. There's your confirmation of the times, a widespread variety of times, as you do expect in these multi-class finals. Swimmers from every single category possible taking part, but when it comes to the points, it couldn't be much closer than that at the top there. Absolutely epitomises it on 720 points each. Jack Thomas and Alec Elliott. Here we go with the youth final then. Lane 0, as you can see, from Great Britain is Benjamin Fulston. In 1 from the United States of America is Matthew Torres. Lane 2 from Poland is David Tomczyk. In 3 from Iceland is Robert Isaac Johnson. In lane 4 from Germany is Malte Braunschweig. In 5 from Germany is Fabian Brunner. Completing the German trio in lane 6 is Simon Prodanovic. In lane 7 from Spain is Enrique Jose Alhambra Molla. In 8 from Portugal is Marco Ribeiro Menendez, and in 9 is Brazil's Mateus Menendez Ribeiro. So, in lane 0 to 9, Fulston, Torres, Tomczyk, Johnson, Braunschweig, Brunner, Prodanovic, Alhambra Molla, Menendez, and Menendez Ribeiro. This is the men's 100 metre backstroke youth final. All these athletes born in the 21st century, spanning from the year 2000 to 2004, the next crop of talent in the para-world scene. Who will take gold?
So, meine Damen und Herren, die drei jungen Wilden, sie sind hier wieder im Wasser. Auf der Bahn 4, Malte Braunschweig, schon etabliert. Und Fabian Brune und Simon Prodanovic von dem VfG Finnentrupp und vom Berliner Schwimmteam, die, naja, sie kämpfen noch ihre...
Well, in these youth finals, we don't really expect remarkably high scores, because it is still these swimmers competing against their respective world records, senior world records, if you like. There are no junior world records, really, for these athletes to compare themselves against. So personal best and podium finishers are the memo, really, and if you do get close to a world record, then you've done pretty darn well, I have to say. In lane 3 then, leading the way is Robert Isaac Johnson of Iceland. 16 years of age is the S14 swimmer. 59.26 is the time he's got to get close to. You can tell how blisteringly quick that was, because that would be meaning touching in around now. That was set by Vyacheslav Emelianstev of Russia in 2015 in Glasgow, but still with a nice pace is Robert Johnson, and he gets 632 points for his troubles as well. It's currently leading the way. More and more swimmers coming in, but none of them getting close to the Icelandic athlete. But now they might do. Here we go, lanes 5 and 6. We have a new leader. It's in lane 5, and it's Fabian Brunner of Germany. 17-year-old S7 silk swimmer leads a German 1-3. In second spot is Robert Isaac Johnson. Fabian Brunner will get the plaudits though, with Simon Prodanovic in third.
200-meter individual medley B final.
And there's the results of that on the screen for you now. Fabian Brunner, Robert Johnson and Simon Prodanovic are the three best youth swimmers in the men's 100-meter backstroke here in Berlin this week.
Lane 2, representing Japan, Mai Ichinose.
So ladies, back over to you now with the women's 200-meter individual medley. This is the B final. In lane 0 from Germany is Joina Brewer. In 1 from the Netherlands is Manon Vermarion. In 2 from Japan is May Ichinose. In lane 3 representing Spain is Marion Polo Lopez. In lanes 4 to 6 we have 3 great British athletes for you: Jessica Applegate, Louise Fidz and Tony Shaw. In lane 7 from Spain is Isabel Jingua Hernandez Santos. In lane 8 from Canada is Tess Routliff, and Grace Harvey of Great Britain lines up in lane 9. From lane 0 to 9 it looks like this: Brewer, Vermarion, Ichinose, Polo Lopez, Applegate, Fidz, Shaw, Hernandez Santos, Routliff and Harvey. This is the women's 200-meter individual medley B final.
So, meine Damen und Herren, auf der Bahn 0, da möchte ich doch Ihre Aufmerksamkeit, ist ja direkt hier vor Ihnen in der Tribüne, jedenfalls der Zuschauertribüne. Da möchte ich
as ever, kicking things off with the fly, and a wonderful variety once again. Classifications, a few different nations dotted from all corners of the globe in this event. The lowest category is SM7, and that is the 2 swimmers on the far 2 lanes: Tess Routliff in 8 and Grace Harvey in 9. Both pretty similar earlier on as well, and it's good that the 2 swimmers in the same classification that get to lock horns next to each other. They'll be fully aware of what the other one is doing, and that just may spur the other one on a little bit more to progress as much as possible, and it could throw up at the least a personal best, maybe an area record, maybe a world record or a medal. Who knows? But as we get to the halfway point, it's Jessica Applegate going on to the breaststroke, looking very assured indeed. Well in front, as she always seems to be, and that is despite the fact she has 2 other SM14 swimmers in there with her: Louise Fidz in lane 5 and also Janina Brewer in lane 0. Jessica Applegate defines professionalism, maturity, dedication to winning. We have seen it so many times this week, and the way she talks as well. She talks fantastically about how she goes home with the coach despite getting a world record at one bit yesterday morning in the heats. It was all about, right, how do we build on this? She did that as well by an extra 2 seconds in the final session, and she's eyeing up some more success here tonight in the pool. She got earlier on 229.93, and I think she's going to beat that by quite a bit. No doubt in the lunch break she'll have identified where she needs to improve in this 200-meter individual medley, and she is going really furiously towards the final 5 meters here. She won't beat any world records, but she will get 803 points, which is very impressive indeed. 226.63 is the time. None of the next batch of athletes coming in will beat that. All eyes now will be on the far 2 lanes. It's currently ticking down underneath 1,000, so Tess Routliff and Grace Harvey really have to get a move on here. Just having a look into the pool whereabouts they are. They're about 20 meters away, as you can see on your screen now. Tess Routliff will take it out of the two SM7 swimmers, but it is all about them points. The record is 248.43. They will be quite a bit off of that. And that means that they have 733 points for Tess Ratliff. It's enough for a bronze medal. Grace Harvey misses out altogether, however. She gets 700 points, still not too bad at all. So your top three is Jessica Applegate in first, Louise Fidge making it a British 1-2, and Tess Ratliff of Canada getting the bronze medal. They're getting out the pool. Manon Vermarian of the Netherlands, who finished in 6th spot on 245.52, but of course it is all about the points, and that's what it looks like. Applegate, Fidge and Ratliff taking gold, silver and bronze respectively in the B final.
Lane 3, representing
Here's the C final lineup. In lane 0 from Greece is Ethmia Gukli. In 1 from Germany is Marlene Endralath. In lane 2 from Great Britain is Zara Malouli. In lane 3 representing Belarus is Natalia Chaval. In 4 from Great Britain is Lily McLeod. In 5 from Belarus is Anastasia Zudzilava. In 6 from Japan is Yuki Murashita. In 7 from Great Britain is Rebecca Redfern. In 8 from Sweden is Pernilla Lindberg. And Peggy Sontag of Germany is in lane 9. From 0 to 9, once again, we look at Gukli, Endralath, Malouli, Zuzilava, Murashita, Redfern, Lindberg and Sontag. This is the women's 200 metre individual medley C final.
Ja, und ich bin gespannt, meine Damen und Herren, auf der Bahn 1, ob ihr jetzt hier weitere Flügel wachsen, Anführungsstrichelchen, weil heute Vormittag, da hat sie hier schon fast getanzt in der Halle.
So the two lowest categories this time around, SM5 with Natalia Chaval in lane 3 of Belarus and Peggy Sontag in lane 9, both having that label. You can see them there just on the left-hand side of your screen. They'll be looking at times around the 3-minute, 4-minute mark, so the higher echelons of the 3-minute mark. The world record in that category is 3:13.43, which was done by Natalia Ziani of Ukraine in London 2012. In the SM9 category, which is the next one up, just the one swimmer in that, Yuki Morishita of Japan in lane 6. That world record standing at 2:27.83, and that was from the previous Paralympics to London, Beijing 2008. In the SM10 category, Zara Malouli of Great Britain is part of that one. 2:24.9 is the one, and that was from Sophie Pascoe in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. In terms of SM12, Anastasia Zuzilava, one of the favourites for this one, in lane 5. That world record being 2:24.86. Daria Stukalova, that time around in Glasgow 2015. Lily McLeod, SM13, as well as Rebecca Redfern, her Great British compatriot. They are both aiming for 2:24.43 or around about that sort of time in order for gold. Pernilla Lindberg completes the classifications in SM4 for Sweden. She has to get around 2:18.37, and that is by far and away the best world record there is in the 200 metre individual medley. It's boasted by Valeria Shabalina from the European Funchal Games in 2016. So I don't think we're going to get any world records in this one, but by goodness me, there's going to be a bit of drama coming towards the end because of the variety of categories that we have. We cannot know for sure who has got the podium finishers until our two SM5 swimmers. So no premature celebrations here from me this time. But in lane number 7 is Rebecca Redfern of Great Britain, SM13 swimmer. She will come in with 660 points, taking the lead for now, but that could all change very soon indeed. So as it stands at the moment, we've got a few tied times as well. It's 660 for Rebecca Redfern. Second at the moment in lane 6, Yuki Morishita. And joint third in lanes 4 and 5 respectively are Lily McLeod of Great Britain and Anastasia Zudilava of Belarus. The two people that could disrupt that top 3 are Peggy Sontag in lane 9 and this woman here, Natalia Shavel of Belarus in lane 3. 44-year-old looking to use her experience to cause some damage in the final 25 metres for her now. It's a nice brisk pace from her there. Of course, limited use of the legs when it comes to the front crawl in the freestyle, but the arms have the power to claw her to the finish, and I think she is going to get gold as well. 678, and that is why you have to make sure you're not premature, because Anastasia Zuzilava there, it's Natalia Shavel of Belarus instead, who gets in with the most points and will take the gold medal in the C final. Peggy Sontag coming in now. She will miss out on a medal, unfortunately for her, but above 500 anyway. 508 is the points total there for the German from Leipzig. But champion in the C final is Natalia Shavel of Belarus.
Women's 200-meter individual medley youth final.
Oh, what an enthralling 3.5 minutes that was. Natalia Shavel improving on this morning by 4 seconds to take 678 points ahead of Rebecca Redfern, which is no easy feat, believe me. And Yuki Morishita, who gets the bronze.
Lane 1, representing Costa Rica.
The final is up next, and very swiftly indeed. Here are the participants. In lane 0 from the United States of America is Julia Gaffney. In 1 from Costa Rica is Camilla Hayes-Quiros. In 2, representing Great Britain, is Molly Hopkins. In 3, from the Netherlands, is San Hoffman. In 4, from Great Britain, is Beth Johnston. In lane 5, from Japan, is Mikuni Utsugi. In 6 is Germany's Neil Labuda. In lane 7, representing the United States of America, is Haljala Lettenberger. In 8, from Germany, is Leah Stengel. She also is from Berlin, so we'll know this pool very well indeed. And in lane 9, from Great Britain, is Bethan Eckley. From lane 0 to 9, it's Gaffney, Quiros, Hopkins, Hoffman, Johnston, Utsugi, Labuda, Lettenberger, Stengel and Eckley. This is the women's 200-metre individual medley youth final. And as I say, do make sure you get in touch with us on the hashtag IDM Berlin 2017. David Smythe saying good luck to all the Brits tonight, especially to Tony Shaw, of course, who we saw in the B final of this event, and Beth Johnston from Scotland. Beth Johnston lining up in lane 4. She got the most points out of this pool this morning, and she by far and away got the best time as well. It's all about, though, what the Borders Elite swim team athlete can produce when it comes to this final. We have seen some swimmers who have done well in the heats earlier on drop off in the final. Of course, it's been the end of a very long week and weekend indeed, but it's about giving it your all, leaving nothing to chance, and making sure there are no regrets when you depart from that pool for the final time this weekend. Currently in the way is Beth Johnston, the SM10 athlete, chasing down the world record of 224.9. How close will she get to that? That is exactly what hangs in the balance at the moment, and will determine who takes away the medals in this event. In lane 3, Sanne Hoffman of the Netherlands is breathing down her neck. She is an SM13 swimmer. 224.43 is what she's got to get as close as possible to, but at the halfway point here, Beth Johnston is the one seemingly in control. 120.89 the split time, an improvement on this morning. Remember, she got 252.95 earlier on today. Things can certainly change on the breaststroke. And of course, as I said earlier on in the heats for this event, in regular Olympic swimming, every athlete of course has their own favoured stroke, and it changes on the flip of a coin after 50 metres or so in this event. But when it comes to para swimming and multi-class swimming, of course, because of each swimmer's physical impairment, it does mean that there are some events that they really do struggle with more than others. And this one certainly seems to be a very strong one indeed for Mikuni Utsugi of Japan. She's in a lower classification than both Beth Johnston and Sanna Hoffman to her right-hand side alongside her, and she will touch in first for the final 50 metres. So it's all about this freestyle leg now. Mikuni Utsugi trying to cap off what's been a successful weekend for the Japanese para team. She's chasing down a world record of 2:27.83. Of course, she's not going to get near that. That's already been long gone. But with 25 metres to go, she is right up there in contention. Beginning to bite back are Beth Johnston in lane 4 and Sanna Hoffman as well in lane 3. Those two were the favourites to touch in first in this one, not Mikuni Utsugi. She was meant to be up there for points, but not necessarily for places when it comes to time. So coming in towards the wall now, the first one to touch in is Sanna Hoffman. 5.76, she's quickly knocked into third position there. 598 is the points total for Mikuni Utsugi. What a fantastic last 100 metres from her, and that is not going to be beaten either. So our gold medalist from the youth final is Mikuni Utsugi of Japan. Time there of 2:55.44, which again is an improvement from earlier by around 3.4 seconds. And it's gold medal worthy as well. 5.98 the points, 20 points ahead of Beth Johnston, who gets it in a silver. So the support back home in Scotland has been worthwhile, and Sanna Hoffman is in third, 2 points behind her on 576, which gets the bronze medal.
Lane 0 representing Brazil, Lucas Lamente Mosella.
Here we go with the men again, and it's the men's 200 metre individual medley B final. Here in the pool we have lane 0 from Brazil, Lucas Lamente Mosella. In 1 from Great Britain is Lewis White. In 2 from Denmark is Niels Mortensen. In lane 3 representing Spain is Antoni Ponce Beltran. In 4 from Italy is Riccardo Menciotti. In 5 from Great Britain is Kaoru Harazawa. In 6 from Spain is Oscar Salguero Galisteo. In lane 7 from Great Britain is Jordan Catchpole. In 8 from Germany is Adam Karras. In lane 9 from the United States of America is David Harry Gelfand. So from 0 to 9 for the men's 200 metre individual medley B final, it goes Lamente Mosella, White, Mortensen, Bertrand, Benciotti, Harazawa, Salguero Galisteo, Catchpole, Karras and Gelfand. This is the men's 200 metre individual medley B final. Seems like we have no lane 4 here with Riccardo Menciotti, which means our favourite for this final is absent. And of course, when a hole is there to be filled, someone has got to be quick in order to jump in and fill it. So Kaoru Harazawa is the one straight out of the traps here, and at the quarter stage soars home with the butterfly to a split time of 27.91. Jordan Catchpole not far behind at all as we go on to the backstroke, and up there too in lane 8 is Adam Karras. Again, a variety of classifications, the lowest of them being SM6. That's Antoni Ponce Bertrand in lane 3, and that world record currently stands at around about I just managed to get it up, find it somewhere. It stands at the moment at 2:38.47, done in Rio in 2016. As for Kahuru Harazawa, who leads the way, SM10 athlete, it's Denis Dubrov, who boasts 2:06.87, also from Rio in 2016 at the Paralympics. Can that be overcome, or at least some way to being matched? Jordan Catchpole's got a bit of work on his hands in lane 7. He's got to get around about 2:08.98. I think a score of around 2:15 would certainly be welcome as well, because his heat time earlier was 2:23.25. So a bit of work for a podium spot for Jordan Catchpole, but he's done so well in the last couple of years to even get to an international event. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve that may impress us all. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. His British teammate Kahuru Harazawa is still forcing the initiative here, and with 25 metres to go, he looks good to at least beating his time earlier on today. He won't beat 2:06.87 because that is around about now, but he can get very close indeed and get around 7:50 plus as he comes in towards the final 5 metres now. Let's see if that little prediction is right. It's 796 for Kahuru Harazawa of Great Britain. 2:16.88 is the time. Next in is Jordan Catchpole, 721 for him, and he's been nudged out of the medals there, very unfortunately indeed, but he's so close to the top 3, just 19 points separating him and 4th. But now we see the man who will dictate where the medals go for sure. Antoni Pons-Bertrand, MS6 athlete. As I said earlier, I eventually found the time of 2:38.47 set by Sasha Kindred in 2016. He knows exactly what he's got to do now. Everybody else, what's on in angst, and it's 756. Silver for Spain and Antoni Pons-Bertrand. Golden for Kahuru Harazawa, SM10, 796. And getting the bronze medal is Lewis White of Great Britain on 794. So a British 1-3, a successful one for them. Remember as well that Jordan Catchpole was right up in the mix as well. It'll be interesting to see what divided the top 5 or 6 there in terms of points. Not much at all. In fact, the whole pool just separated by 100 points, which if you watched some of the heats earlier, is quite a small margin indeed. A great final there. Hopefully more to come with the C final next.
On lane 1 representing France, Hugo Didier.
In lane 0 from Israel here we have Yoav Velinsky. In 1 from France is Hugo Didier. In lane 2 from the Netherlands is Tim van Duren. In lane 4 is Brazil's Felipe Villarreal. In 5 from New Zealand is Christopher Arbuthnot. In lane 6 is Great Britain's Jacob Leach, who will certainly take inspiration from what he saw from his teammates there in the last final. In 7 from Hungary is Bence Moksari. In lane 8 from the Netherlands is Thijs van den End. And Alec Elliott of Canada completes the pool in lane 9. Let's have a look from 0 to 9 then. Velinsky, Didier, Van Duren, Parmentier, Villarreal, Arbuthnot, Leach, Moksari, van den End and Elliott. This is the men's 200 metre individual medley C final. Yoav Velinsky in lane 0 is an SM6 swimmer, and of course, as we touched on earlier, 2:38.47 is the category world record. He has appeared quite a few times near to my hometown in Sheffield at Ponds Forge. Yoav Velinsky, he's always got a big smile on his face when he competes at the meets at Ponds Forge, especially during the Summer Championships when I've been there. And it is great to see him swimming here as well in Berlin. No doubt he'll have been, well, he's clocked up quite a lot of miles around the world in the World Series this year. And he's here to cap off the World Series events in lane 0, looking to get at least a personal best out of this one. Up towards the halfway point, leading the way in lane 9 on the far side is Alec Elliott. He's an SM10 swimmer. An outsider for this one in terms of the points he accumulated earlier, Felipe Villarreal in lane 4 is no doubt the favourite. He's an SM14 athlete who currently trails to his fellow SM14 swimmer, Aymeric Parmentier of Belgium, who is in lane 3. Still keeping an eye on that top right of your screen there, and Alec Elliott in the white cap. SM10 record, 206.87. Again, no world records in this final, but who needs them when you've got excitement like this? The final 50 metres underway here. Still slightly leading things is the Belgian Aymeric Parmentier. He swims for Liga Handisport Francophone in his homeland. And with 25 metres to go, could he be bringing a gold medal back with him on that flight to Brussels? We'll wait and see. On the far side, Alec Elliott of Canada is still battling away very strongly indeed, and he looks at the moment in pole position to take the best score. It's 726, but he's quickly defeated there by Aymeric Parmentier, who looked threatening all the way through that swim. Will it be enough for him to get the gold medal? It looks like a no because of Jacob Leach in lane 6. What about that? SM8 athlete chasing Ollie Hines' record of 2:20.01. And he wasn't close there to beating his fellow Brit, but he certainly followed decently in his footsteps. 2:33.18 was his time, meaning 763 points have been accumulated for him. Here's that man, Joab Wilinski. You can't miss him in those shorts, that is for sure. Very bright orange indeed as he comes in looking around the 650 mark. 665 means he can't push his way towards the medals, but again, an interesting one right till the death. Coming out on top is Jacob Leach of Great Britain. 763. We thought beforehand he may be able to take inspiration from the performances he saw from his teammates in the previous final, and he certainly did that, and then some. Gold for him, silver for Belgium, and bronze for Brazil. Here come our youth finalists then. This is the start list for this men's 200 metre individual medley youth final. And in lane 0 here from Germany is Julian Hirscher. In 1 from Germany is Felix Filsenmann. In 2 from Azerbaijan is Shamil Shahov. In 3 from Great Britain, can it be a hat-trick of golds for the Brits? Benjamin Fulston lines up there. In lane 4 from Germany is Malte Braunschweig. In 5 from Spain is Jacobo Garrido Brunn. In lane 6 from Germany is Taliso Engel. In lane 7 from Germany is Nico Clemens. Simon Prodanovic is in 8 and from Germany. And in 9 from Croatia is Matej Prelic. Lane 0 to 9, near side to the far. It's Hirscher, Fischelmann, Shahov, Fulston, Braunschweig, Garrido Brunn, Engel, Clemens, Prodanovic and Prelic. Almost ready now for the third of the men's 200 metre individual medley finals, and it comes courtesy of the youth final.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, in diesem Lauf, egal ob Sie aus Potsdam, aus Berlin, aus Leverkusen oder aus Chemnitz sind. Hier in diesem Lauf sind sage und schreibe 6 deutsche Schwimmer dabei. Also, das ist mal ein richtig tolles Team, hat mir die Bundestrainerin vorhin noch gesagt. Julian Hirsche, Potsdam, Felix Fichtelmann aus Berlin, sowie natürlich Malte Braunschweig, aber auch Talisso Engel, der ja die WM-Norm aus Leverkusen schon erfüllt hat sogar. Und natürlich auch Nico Clemens, Chemnitz und Simon Brodanovic, der sorgt natürlich immer für Stimmung da, wo er ist.
Once again for this youth final, the swimmers being compared to their respective world records in the classification at a senior viewpoint. There are no junior records that are used for these youth finals. Be interesting if they were used. At the halfway point we're coming to now, Benjamin Fulston really following on in the path of the previous Brits that have gone before him. Some really good displays from Team GB tonight. And they've had a very successful week as well, as have a lot of nations at these championships, such as Japan, the Netherlands, Germany as well. Britain are right up there with one of the best.
Muss halt absolviert werden. Und wir gucken mal, ob der ein oder andere hier vielleicht seine Bestleistung noch vom Vormittag verbessern kann.
Of course, when we're touching on nations that have done really well here, Italy's another one you've got to throw into the mix, and we're going to see quite a bit of them in the coming finals. Women's 50-metre butterfly action coming up next. After that will be the men, and then the last few sessions consist of the women's 100-metre backstroke, the men's 100-metre backstroke, and then, of course, well, back to the A-finals of the events we've already seen, which are going to be some to remember. We've saved some of the best events in para-swimming until the final night. The kick for home, though, well and truly on. We join it in the last 20 metres there in lane 3. Benjamin Fulston of Great Britain soaring home, looking to get as close as he can to 206.87. He's not done too badly at all. 633 is what he gets. 595 for Jacobo Garrido Brunn. He and Talisso Engel will not be able to topple Benjamin Fulston from the top of the tree. Will anyone be able to thwart the Brit? The only one that can, mathematically, is Simon Prodanovic in lane 8. A 7 athlete chasing down 230.72, but it looks like he's got a real struggle on his hands here. He's got around 20 metres to go, and I think Benjamin Fulston, I do say that in these events you can't get complacent, but surely he can now believe that he has got 2 hands firmly on to the gold medal. Last bit coming in there for Simon Prodanovic. Will he be able to bustle his way into the top 3? Looks like a no as he gets in on 494. So let's have a quick look now at the final standings for that. Times up on the screen with Benjamin Fulston on 227.75 with the fastest time, and because of his lower category than some of the other competitors in the pool, it sees him also clear at the top on points, 633. Germany not able to get a podium spot despite the number of competitors they had competing in that one. Jacobo Garrido Brunn and Shamil Shahov just too good as they get silver and bronze for Spain and Azerbaijan respectively.
B-Finale, 50 Meter Schmetterling der Frauen, Women's 50 Meter Butterfly B-Final.
Time now for the B final of the women's 50 metre butterfly. This, the splash and dash we all look forward to, as all 10 of these athletes look to claw their way towards the finish line. In lane 0 from Spain is Adriana Edo Beltran. In 1 from Italy is Giulia Giretti. In 2 from Brazil is Emily Silva. In 3 from Japan is Eri Ika. In 4 from Great Britain is Tony Shaw. In 5 representing Great Britain is Jessica Applegate. In 6 from Japan is Yuki Morishita. In lane 7 from Italy is Alicia Berra. In 8 from Canada is Tammy Cunnington. And in 9 completing the pool from Greece is Athima Gukli. Of course, some of these names we'll have seen already in the pool tonight. Hopefully there won't be too much fatigue and we'll see a high quality race on our hands. Lane 0 to 9, Edo Beltran, Giretti, Silva, Ike, Shaw, Applegate, Morishita, Berra, Cunnington and Gukli. This is the women's 50-meter butterfly B final.
Eftimia Kuli.
So 25 seconds or so may separate the person who touches in first from the person who touches in last, but the person who probably will touch in last will be Tammy Cunnington in lane 8 from Canada. The oldest swimmer in this pool by some stretch. At the age of 42 years old, the S4 athlete is currently the record holder in her category in this event, and we will wait and see if she will come on top of that. 700 is currently the leading score, scored by Jessica Applegate in lane 5. 29.72 there is the time, but in order for Tammy Cunnington to beat the world record, she has to get 52.09, and she's looking very good for that as well. 52.09 she has to beat. She won't get there. Very close. 659 she has to settle for in the end in terms of points. It won't be a place on the medal for Tammy Cunnington, but Jessica Applegate gets another gold under her belt. Yuki Morishita makes it more success for the Japanese, and Alessi Berra of Italy gets bronze.
On lane 0 representing the Netherlands, Manon Vermarien.
And there's your confirmation of that. Pretty similar, which is rare, between the times and the points.
On lane 2 representing
I don't think it will be the same sort of thing here in the C final. I'll explain why in a moment. In lane 0 for this one then, from the Netherlands is Manon Vermarien. In 1 from Germany is Peggy Sontag. In lane 2 from Great Britain is Lily McLeod. In lane 3 from Belarus is Natalia Chavel. In 4 from Germany is Emily Teller. In 5 from Turkey is Sevilay Ozturk. In 6 from the United States of America is Gia Pellegrini. In 7 is Great Britain's Megan Richer. Canada's Morgan Bird is in 8, and in lane 9 from the Netherlands is Inga Belfour. So from lane 0 to 9, Vermarien, Sontag, McLeod, Chavel, Teller, Ozturk, Pellegrini, Richter, Bird and Belfour. This is how we line up for the women's 50-meter butterfly C final. And the reason why I don't think that the points are going to be similar to who touches in first, second, third, etc. is because Sevilay Ozturk lines up in lane 5. She was the third best in terms of points earlier on, but she's an S5 athlete who got 49.89. If you think she's going to be a contender, well, have a look at Natalia Chavel as well. Lane 3, also an S5 athlete, 50.61 is the record she aims for. So 587 is the points to beat, but here come the 3 S5 athletes. Penny Sontag in 1, we have Natalia Chavel in lane 3 and Sevilay Ozturk in lane 5, and they're all battling away for that spot. 40.51 is the world record. None of them are going to get it, and none of them are going to get gold either, although there are a couple of podium positions for them there. Gold, though, goes to Megan Richter of Great Britain. S8 athlete, sorry, on 592. In second spot is Sevilay Öztürk of Turkey. 590 points, just pipped to the gold there. And in third, in lane 4, is Emily Telle of Germany. And here we have a look between the times and how they compare to the points. Britain, Turkey and Germany taking gold, silver and bronze respectively.
Lane 3 representing Wales, Bethan Eckley. Lane 4 representing Great Britain.
So this is the last of the women's events that are not A finals. It's the final women's youth final of the night, if that makes any sense at all. I'm sure it might do if you think about it a little bit. This is the women's 50-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Germany is Leah Stengel. In 1, also from Germany, is Reike Hoyter. In 2 from Brazil is Leila Suzigan Garcia. Lane 3 from Great Britain is Bethan Eckley. Danielle Hartin of Great Britain as well is in lane 4. In 5 from Germany is Marlene Endralath. Rebecca Lewis of Great Britain is in 6. Yasmin Beutler is in 7. In 8 from Italy is Camilla Luscri. And Ayala Tufik is in lane 9 of Egypt. This is the women's 50-metre butterfly youth final.
So, auch hier sind wieder zwei junge Damen mit im Rennen, Marlene Endrolat und Lea Stengel auf der Bahn 0 und auf der Bahn.
So it could turn out to be a bit of a direct battle, this between Great Britain and Germany. In 0, 1, 5 and 7 we have the Germans, and of course the British line up in 3, 4 and 6. Don't forget that the Germans are not only competing in the international stage, we have every other country that have descended here in Berlin, but also they have national titles to be decided. 517 from Marlene Endralath is currently leading things. That's surely going to be beaten, is it? I don't think it is, you know. Lane 7, Yasmin Beutler is coming in, but will not get there. And 517 is all it is needed for Marlene Endralath to take the gold medal there. In second spot, in lane 4, Danielle Hartin of Great Britain on 498. And in lane 7, Yasmin Beutler manages to secure the bronze on 428. Confirm results of that on your screen right now. Danielle Hartin touching in first. Only enough for silver though, because the girl who touched in second, Marlene Endralath, comes out on top. 517, a German 1-3. So Germany, you have to say, taking that one ahead of Great Britain, which I'm sure will satisfy the home supporters. Let's see what those who have come here to the Europa Sports Park can feast their eyes on next. It's the men's 50-metre butterfly B final. In lane 0 from Japan is Socorro Yamada. In 1 from Spain is Guillermo Miguel Hernandez. In 2 from Great Britain is Jordan Catchpole. In lane 3 from Croatia is Christian Vincetic. In 4 from Italy is Federico Malachi. In 5 from Kazakhstan is Yerzhan Silimgeriev. In 6 from Italy is Fabrizio Sotil. In 7 from Turkey is Beytullah Eroglu. In 8 from Germany is Tobias Polap. In 9 from Canada is Jean-Michel Lavillere. It is the men's 50-metre butterfly B final. From 0 to 9, it goes Yamada, Miguel Hernandez, Catchpole, Vincetic, Molachi, Salimgeriev, Sotil, Eroglu, Potlap and Lavillere. This is the men's 50-metre butterfly B final.
So, und jetzt wollen wir mal sehen, hier Tobias Pollap, der hat sicher immer noch ein paar Körner, immer einen guten Spruch auf Lager auf der Bahn. 8.
No lane 4 involved in this one, as you may have noticed. Again, that means that the best qualifier for the final is no longer here. Who is going to replace him on the mantle? A lot of these swimmers, this will be their last race of the week. Make it a good one, fellas. Give it your all. Coming towards the wall now. Who's going to touch in first? It's on the near side, and Takuro Yamada. Is anyone going to take that away from him? Yes, the answer is Yerzhan Salimgeriev of Kazakhstan manages to get there. Federico Malachi, sorry, is in the pool at the moment. Just having a look at who this is. It is indeed Federico Malachi, and the S9 athlete is coming through. In fact, no, it's Mikael Fredriksson. I was going to say, he didn't look like an S9 athlete. So Mikael Fredriksson, S3 swimmer, in fact. I apologise for that. 760 comes in. 103.96 is the point. In first position, though, from Kazakhstan, there is no confusing who that is. Yerzhan Salimgeriev. And in second, getting the silver, is Takuro Yamada. But a big well done to all of those swimmers. See Jordan Catchpole coming out there. He's certainly done his parents proud over the last few days. I know they've been watching on the live stream very nervously at time indeed. But believe me, Mr. and Mrs. Catchpole, there is no need to be. He's done a fantastic job in the last few days. A big well done to him. And I'm sure that his parents' nails can begin to grow back. So there we have the results for that B final. It's Kazakhstan, Japan and Sweden taking the glory there, with Yerzhan Salimgeriev coming out on top. The C final is up next. Let's have a look how this shapes up. In lane 0 from Singapore is Enkyong Benson Tan. In 1 from Greece is Panagios Christakis. In 2 from Hungary is Andras Snezi. In lane 3 representing Germany is Lucas Carla. In 4 from Italy is Simon Culio. In lane 5 from Spain is Ariel Enrique Schrenk Martinez. In lane 6 from Germany is Malte Braunschweig. In lane 7 also from Germany is Adam Karras. In 8 from New Zealand is Celine Edwards. In 9 from Germany is Julian Axelben. So from 0 to 9, Benson Tan, Christakis, Snezi, Carla, Culey, Schrenk Martinez, Braunschweig, Karras, Edwards, Axelben. This is the men's 50-metre butterfly C final.
So, und Lukas Karle, der da jetzt gerade ins Becken springt, auf der Bahn 3 aus Potsdam. Heute Morgen hat er einen neuen deutschen Rekord aufgestellt. Und die Bundestrainerin hat zwischen Malte Braunschweig und Adam Karras wahrscheinlich nochmal ein Nutella.
Here we go then, rapid start from a vast majority of these swimmers. Most of them crammed between the S9 and S14 categories, and that is why it looks so tight at the moment. Coming through is Simon Culey. In lane 4, 682 is his points. He's been knocked off that pedal though by Malte Braunschweig. In lane 6, 689, 29.66. And it looks like a new German record as well for Lucas Carle. Incidentally, in his category of S14, Christian is running over to have a word with him there in lane 3. Does miss out on a medal though in that C final, although he may get one on the German national finals. Braunschweig though is top of the tree. He is German, 689. 4 points behind him is Ariel Enrique Schrenk Martinez, and in third spot is Simon Culey on 689. The top 3 separated by just 7 points. Look at that. What a fantastic final that was. And I tell you something, all these finals, you know, they're not there as a dress rehearsal necessarily for the A finals. They are well up there in terms of quality, just like the A final. Of course, they do have the edge in that, but by goodness me, by no way is this second or third rate compared to the A finals we're about to see. Great entertainment, that is for sure. The Youth final then, up next in lane 0 from Germany is Maximilian Cordes. in 1. Also from Germany is Yannick Pelikan. In 2, completing the trio of Germans on the near side is Jan Rauhaus. In lane 3 from Hungary is Ivan Bentz. In lane 4 from Germany is Julian Hirscher, and no doubt he is the favourite for this one, qualifying with the best points this morning from the heats. In lane 5 from Brazil is João Victor Benicio. In 6 from Germany is Felix Fischelmann. In lane 7, also from Germany, is Nico Clements. Wait, there's more Germans to come up, believe me. In lane 8 from Spain is Enrique Jose Alhambra Molla. And in 9 from Germany is Fabian Brunner. This is the men's 50-metre butterfly youth final. A great mix once again of international and national competition going off in this pool. Who will be international champion? Who will be German champion? We are about to find out in the next 30 seconds or so.
Ja, und jetzt sind sie wieder im Wasser. Die jungen Wilden, 7 sind diesmal sogar hier im Jugendfinale aus Deutschland. Und mal sehen, wer am Ende hier die Nase vorn hat. Normalerweise sollte es der Brasilianer João Victor Benicio sein, aus der Startklasse S12. Schauen wir mal, ob er wirklich jetzt hier am schnellsten durchgeht, aber es sieht so aus. Ich sehe allerdings ganz oben auf der Bahn 8 auch noch gut dabei, der Spanier Enrique Mola.
So coming in down the centre for 566 will not be enough for gold. That is because Julian Hirscher looks as if he's got that. 574, that should be enough. It will be as well. Another goal for Germany. And Julian Hirscher, well, we asked who's going to be national champion. We found out that it's going to be Julian Hirscher, not only nationally, but internationally as well. 31.51 is his time. João Vinicio is in second and gets international silver with 566. And Nico Clemens on 530 makes it a bronze. Time's there on your screen, but wait till we shake things up a wee bit via the supercomputer with the points. Julian Hirscher top, João Victor Vinicio second, and Nico Clements in third. So that is the last of the finals that are not A-finals. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because now things just turn up a little notch or so. We're going to kick that off very soon with the women's 100-metre backstroke. The athletes just getting ready to be announced by the PA here, but first is the difficult task of the backstroke ledgers going in. And believe me, well, I can actually see here one of the swimmers just in front of me actually helping one of the officials help get the backstroke ledge on. They are that difficult. But it looks like we're all ready now. And the A-final very soon will be underway. You can just see once again the range of athletes in there. We've got from S3 to S14. And soon those swimmers, all 10 of them, will be announced to our crowd. So, in lane 0 from Great Britain is the SA athlete Megan Richter, who has actually got a namesake athlete from Germany. Both of them have been successful this week, but Megan will want to come out on top out of the Richters, that's for sure. Here she gears up with a wonderful coat. I don't know if that's a coat / dressing gown or what, but it obviously does the job for her. Bethany Firth is in lane 1. She has got near enough every record going in the S14 category. The 100-metre backstroke is something that she wants to ensure is no different. Can she improve on her Rio 2016 world record of 104.05 and solidify herself in Great British folklore in para swimming? In lane 2 from the United States of America is Gia Pergiolini, her and Carlotta Gilli in lane 3. Our S13 athletes in the both chasing 106.85 as a world record time. The second of those S13 athletes, that's Carlotta Gilli, She swims for RARI, Anante Torino, of course, close to the capital of Italy. Looking very focused indeed, and also epitomising focusedness right now is Alice Tai, the S9 athlete who holds the world record in her category. She set it earlier on in Sheffield in this World Series. She's on red hot form going into Mexico City at the end of September. Alice Tai, can she overcome 107.66 that she got 2.5 months ago in the Steel City? This is Nuria Marquez Soto. Well, you may be new to para-swimming, and before this week you might not have heard of this woman, but goodness me, the 18-year-old has come alive this week and shown everybody exactly how talented she is. She's a wonderful athlete. The S9 swimmer will go head-to-head with Alice Tai in this event. In lane 6 is the Netherlands' Lisette Teunissen, not to be confused with Lisette Brunissen. Very similar names, different ages and levels of experience, but very similar degrees of success. The S3 athlete has got the record not only in the S3 category but in the S4 category as well. She'll be looking to beat that S3 one that she's had since 2015, which she got in Eindhoven, tonight here in Berlin. In lane 7 from Japan, and one of those Japanese athletes we've been talking about getting ready for Tokyo in 3 years' time at the Paralympic Games is Shikaka Ono. Will she beat numero Ono come the end of this final? In lane 8 from Hungary is Bianca Pap. She's in the S10 category, aiming for 105.86 in this one, and definitely looks ready and raring to go to get in that pool. And completing the pool, a second American in this one, again in the S13 category as well, just like Carlotta Gilli. It is Aspen Shelton of the United States of America. Of course, her and Gia Pellegrini, the two American athletes taking part in this final. Here we go. This is the women's 100 metre backstroke A final. Here we go, and what's going to make this final even more enthralling is that between most of the swimmers there isn't a massive degree in difference in terms of time. Maybe 10 seconds will separate the front 9 swimmers, but when it comes to Lisette Teunissen in lane 6, 151.8 was her time earlier on this morning. Believe me, she can go quicker than that, a lot quicker. She got 144.94 in November of 2015 in Eindhoven, and the 31-year-old is striving for something similar here. So in lane 1 you can see leading the way is Bethany Firth, another potential world record we have here. 104.05 is the one she's going to have to beat, and when you look at some of the other names in that pool you feel like it is going to be a world record sort of time that is going to take this final. 104.05, can she do it here? Bethany Firth, very close, gonna miss out though, very, very unlucky. 871, she's pipped in the centre in lane 4. Look at that from Alice Tai, 1,030. And that is just outside her own world record by 0.33 seconds, but it is still an enormous score. 1,030. Lisette Teunissen will be completely unaware of that. No matter what the announcements are in this arena, she'll be completely zoned on her own game plan here. And as she comes in towards the final 15 metres, she just has to swim as hard as she can. She will not get enough points. The next big question is, will she get a world record? I think she's outside of it as well. And in terms of medals, she just misses out on that as well. It's a triple whammy for Lizette Tunison. No doubt, though, she'll accept that she lost to some superb swimming from particularly Alice Tay of 1,030. Not a new world record. She misses out by 0.33. And there we see with the points, Nuria Marcos Soto on 986 and Carlotta Gilli on 927. They are your medalists for the women's 100 metre backstroke. What a great race. And there she is. You always know when it's a British athlete when you see that costume and that colour coding. It reminds me a bit, I said Nelly the Elephant the other day, it's a bit like David Seaman, the old England goalkeeper's jersey in the 1990s, and I don't know if that's the inspiration for it, but you certainly can't miss the British athletes when they're in the pool, that is for sure. Let's go on now to the men's 100 metre backstroke. This is the Year A final. If it's anything like the one we've just seen, then we are in for an absolute corker. In lane 0 from Italy, and a swimmer for CC Aena is Riccardo Menciotti of Italy.
By the Paralympics 2016, representing Italy, Riccardo Menciotti.
Olympian, of course, last year. Out for more success on the world stage this time around. And one thing is for sure, when an athlete does get to the Paralympic Games, they sample the atmosphere and it's all well and good, but if you come away without winning anything, it spurs you on for the next time around to make sure that you are there to win and not just for an experience, if you like. And I'm sure that is the aim for a lot of the athletes that got to Rio last year and are eyeing up Tokyo in 2020. In 1 from New Zealand is Yessi Reynolds. In 2 there from Brazil is Andre Pereira Gabi, who is getting a very loud roar indeed from the Brazilians that have come here. Saw a tambourine there the other night. I'm sure they're playing a bit of samba at the moment in preparation for this final, and it is making Andre Pereira Garb look very relaxed indeed as he sits there on his starting blocks. Behind him is Olivier van der Voort of the Netherlands, S10 swimmer, chasing 57.24, and with the way he's been swimming this week, do not put that past him at all. The 18-year-old has been absolutely electric. Robert Griswold is in lane 4 from the United States of America. S8 athlete aiming for Kong Zhu's record of 102.9 that was set at the Paralympic Games in 2016. He is the favourite for this one. He got the highest points earlier on today. Can he apply that form to the pool? Jonathan Fox certainly knows what to do when it comes to these pressure situations. The Great Britain swimmer in the S7 category has got a world record in this event that has stood since 2016 of last summer. I was there in Sheffield when he did it, and can he do even better on this occasion? Maybe I'm his good luck charm, you never know. It might just be when a Jonathan commentates on a Jonathan, things just come together. In lane 6 from the Netherlands, S14 athlete Mark Evers. 59.26 is the time he's going to get similar to. And when you're an Olympic champion in this event, Paralympic champion in this event, then certainly you're going to feel confident. He's got a smile on his face. He looks relaxed as he splashes the water on him. Here is now Ollie Hind. He's got his family watching at home. Apparently, I'll have to confirm if this is true, but he turned down an invite to the Royal Box at Wimbledon in order to be here at Berlin. And of course, that is not worth it unless you come away with gold. He's certainly collected quite a few this week. Can he add another one to his roster? In lane 8 next to him is the French athlete, S9 swimmer Hugo Didier, the youngest one in this pool at the age of 16 years old. And completing the pool, Jordan Catchpole in lane 9. He's back for one more bite of the cherry. S14 athlete from Great Britain.
Jordan Catchpole.
Again in the same category as Mark Evers of the Netherlands, and what a rival to go again. So here we go then. The men's 100 metre backstroke final from 0 to 9. Menciotti, Reynolds, Garb, Van der Voort, Griswold, Fox, Evers, Hind, Didier and Catchpole. How about that? This is the men's 100 metre backstroke A final. Off and underway, and the atmosphere in this place is absolutely electric. I hope you're able to get a sample of it at home as you watch this wherever you are in the world. Coming up towards the halfway point and leading the way in lane 3 is Olivier van der Voort, S10 athlete from the Netherlands. Of course, being an S10 swimmer, he has no right to be in front of the S14 and other categories that are above him, but he does not care one iota. And he's doing wonderfully well at the minute in pursuit of 57.24, or as close as he can get to it. He's coming into the final 20 metres now, and there seems to be open water between him and the rest. It's an absolutely staggering performance, this, from Olivier van der Voort, almost being sucked towards the finish by those who support him. Can he get a world record? Yes, he can. It says on the screen there. We'll just have to confirm if that is the case. 58.43 will have to be confirmed. An area record coming up for the winner of that one, Robert Griswold of the United States of America, 103.92. And in second spot, lane 5, Jonathan Fox, 110.65. He's just outside his world record. Well, I hope you managed to keep tabs on all of that.
Oliver van der Voort. Congratulations, new world record. And we have another one, a national record, not a national,
Robert
it's
Griswold,
an American record.
With an area record, winning the gold. Jonathan Fox in second with silver, and Olivier van der Voort finishes in third with the bronze.
Ich bitte jetzt Felicia Laberer, Isabel Marie Goglin, Gina Böttcher, Aspen Shelton, Bianca Papp, Carlotta Gilli, Isabel Marie Goglin, Janina Breuer, Gina Böttcher, Carlotta Gilli, Nuria Marquez Soto und Alice Tai zu den Siegern.
Well, just trying to get my head around that final we've just seen there. It was all kicking off, wasn't it? It was absolutely incredible stuff to witness, and it looks like we've got a world record with Olivier van der Voort. The PA system was certainly very confident that that was the case. Not overly convinced myself, because the previous record was 57.24, and I feel like it was just over that. But we'll hear from him now.
That is our new world record holder.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you are so relaxed here today. What's happened?
Yeah, it was a great race. I came good the last 50, so that's good.
And you are so relaxed, you think that it is normal that you swim a world record, what you are doing by the World Championships in Mexico?
Yes, it's because it's not really the world record, but the world record is 57, but for me it's a great time. Yeah.
Thanks a lot and congratulations once more again.
There you go, it looks like it was 57.24 after all, and it will still stand at that. So if you're watching Maxim Kiripak, don't worry. For now, that world record that you got in 2016 in Rio still stands. Of course, that could all change in Mexico. Maybe we were just a little bit premature there with saying Olivier van der Voort's a record holder. He could be when it comes to the end of September. Medal ceremonies coming up in a few moments' time. As you can see at the top right of your screen there, it's on the big board, and also it's been getting ready on the podium as well. And so we will cross over to that in a few moments' time. But for now, if you are at home, get a cup of tea or something of the like, and sit down and enjoy the rest of the A finals that will be coming up in a few moments' time after this, because the bar has been set incredibly high, and I feel like it's going to get even higher as we go on. Don't go anywhere.
Meine Damen und Herren, wir kommen zur Siegerehrung über 100 Meter Rücken der Damen, und zwar in der offenen Wertung der deutschen Klasse. Den dritten Platz belegte hier von der SG Bayer Isabelle Marie Gauguin. And the presenter of the victory ceremony is David Midclough, technical delegate. Und zweite wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Janina Breuer. Und deutsche Meisterin über 100 Meter Rücken wurde vom SC Potsdam Gina Böttcher. Und wir kommen dann sofort, meine Damen und Herren, zur Jugendwertung aller deutschen Schwimmerinnen. Hier belegte den dritten Platz vom SC Potsdam Felicia Laberer. Ja, third. That's right. Thank you, David. Und zweite wurde von der SG Bayer Isabelle Marie Gauguin. Und deutsche Meisterin der Jugendwertung 2017 über 100 Meter Rücken wurde Gina Böttcher aus Potsdam. So, jetzt gehen die Damen noch mal zusammen, denke ich mir, richtig. Kriegen wir noch ein schönes Foto. Euren Applaus kriegen wir auch noch mal. Die tollen jungen Damen. Victory ceremony, women's 100 meter backstroke youth class. Third with 813 points representing USA, Aspen Shelton. Second with 862 points, representing Hungary, Bianca Papp. And international youth champion with 927 points, representing Italy, Carlotta Gilli. So it's a special applause for Bianca Papp. David, the silver medalist, is now on the podium. Please, David Metcalf. Thanks a lot, David. That is Berlin, if the Hungarian is coming a little bit later. Here is her medal. And spend all these ladies a big applause, please. Victory ceremony, women's 100-meter backstroke, open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 927 points, representing Italy, Carlotta Gilli. Second and winner of the silver medal with 986 points, representing Spain, Nuria Marquez Soto. First and international champion over women's 100-meter backstroke with 1,030 points, representing Great Britain, Alice Tay. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Great Britain. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen, sofern Sie es können, für die Nationalhymne Großbritanniens.
Finale 200 Meter Lagen der Frauen.
Ladies and gentlemen, women's 200-meter individual medley, the final.
Auf der Bahn 0 aus Irland. Dreimal war sie in London. Dritte wurde sie bei den Weltmeisterschaften 2015.
Lane 0, third by the World Championships 2015. Representing Ireland, Alan Keane.
Auf der Bahn 1, dreifache Goldmedaillengewinnerin in Rio, unter anderem auch über die 200 Meter Lagen.
And on lane 1, she was first by the Paralympics 2016, representing Great Britain, Bethany Firth.
Auf der Bahn 2, sie gewann Gold in Rio über 100 Meter Brust und kommt aus den Niederlanden.
And on lane 2, Paralympics champion over 100 meter breaststroke 2016, representing Netherlands, Lisa Kruger.
Auf der Bahn 3 aus Deutschland. Zweimal war sie bereits bei den Paralympischen Spielen. Sie wurde Dritte über diese Strecke bei den Weltmeisterschaften 2015.
And on lane 3, 2 times by the Paralympics, third by the World Championships 2015.
Next up, we have the women's 200 meter individual medley. A final in lane 0 from Ireland is Ellen Keane. In 1 from Great Britain is Bethany Firth. In 2 from the Netherlands is Lisa Kruger. In lane 3 from Germany is Verena Schott. In lane 4 here from Italy is Carlotta Gilli. We've already seen it in the pool already tonight. In lane 6 next to it is Maisie Summers-Newton, SM6 athlete from Great Britain. She surely deserves another medal before she leaves Berlin this week. She's been wonderful in the pool. What is left in the tank? In lane 6 from the Netherlands is SM11 athlete Lisette Brunsma. We've seen a lot of her this week. We've talked a lot about her as well. Has she got something left in one of the final events of these championships in order to go home knowing that she's one of the top in the world? Sure it is anyway, but this surely would further enhance it. In lane 7 is her teammate, SM10 athlete Chantal Zaravel, another Dutch athlete. How many of them have there been this week that have managed to top the podium? She's been absolutely superb. And now in the 200 meter individual medley, she looks to try and perhaps get a new record in that category. Competing against her in that SM10 ranking is Japan's Era Iki in lane 8. A very strong squad that the Japanese have, and of course there are still 3 years to go of training before they show the world on their home patch what they can do in Tokyo 2020. In lane 9 from Spain and completing the pool here is Ariadna Edo Beltran. I think the Spaniards have been dark horses in these championships this week. Can they get another medal to add to their tally? This is the women's 200 meter individual medley, A final. Here we go then. Most of these swimmers will come in at a very similar time. The two that won't are the SM6 athletes. Verena Schott in lane 3 and in lane 5, Maisie Summers-Newton. Let's have a quick run through the world records that we are looking at getting close to at least. SM6 is set by Ellie Simmons of Great Britain in Rio 2016. It's 2:59.81 that Maisie Summers-Newton, her fellow countryman, and Verena Schott have to get close to. In the SM9 category, Ellen Keane of Ireland on the near side is looking to try and get as close to 2:27.83 as possible. Meanwhile, in SM10, Lisa Kruger in lane 2, Chantal Zaravel in lane 7, and Eri Ike in lane 8 are trying to get, or maybe even surpass, 2:24.9. Penultimately, in SM13, that's Charlotte Gill in lane 4 and Adriana Edo Beltran in lane 9. That world record stands at 2:24.43. And lastly, but by no means least, is Bethany Firth of Great Britain in lane 1, SM14 athlete. One of the few world records she doesn't hold this. It is held instead by Valeria Shabalina at 2:18.37. Very difficult world record to beat indeed. It's 6 seconds ahead of the next classification down, which tells you absolutely everything you need to know about Valeria Shabalina's time there. It was Funchal 2016 last year at the European Championships, and the Russian certainly set the pool alight that night. So here on the breaststroke, we've always completed it now with our front two. On the turn for home is Carlotta Gilly in lane 4. Remember, the time she is trying to get close to is 2:24.43. Meanwhile, in lane 1, Bethany Firth on 2:18.37 being the aim, is dashing for home, but knowing she has an awful lot of work to do here. She has a much more difficult world record to attain. But having said that, Carlotta Gil still has to work really hard, the Italian, if she is to claim this gold medal. Remember, the time she has to beat is 2:24.43, and she's done it as well. It is a new world record and our first of the final session tonight, and you have to say that has been worth the wait as well. The Italian touches in there with 1,017 points. There may have been doubt about the possible world record we had earlier. No doubt about that. Carlotta Gilly may not be wearing the gold Italian cap like most of the Italians are, but she still reigns supreme, potentially holding on to that gold. We'll have to wait and see. Still got a few more to come in. Maisie Summers-Newton at the top of your screen there, coming into her final few metres now. That record is 2:59.81. That will not be beaten. 897 is still enough for Maisie Summers-Newton rather, to get into silver position. In third spot in lane 3 is Verena Schott, 887 points. And there is Bethany Firth coming out after that one, finishing second behind Carlotta Gilly with that world record time of 2:23.62. A reminder that she has defeated there Fotimakon Amilova of Uzbekistan. That record being held for less than a year. It was Rio 2016, 2:24.43 it was previously. Now it's been smashed out the park at 2:23.62 with 1,017 points being the result. Maisie Summers-Newton and Verena Schott separated by just 10 points, finishing in second and third respectively.
Anstrengend war's, oder?
Ach, überhaupt nicht. Wie kommst du denn darauf?
Ich weiß auch nicht. Was hat der Trainer, der ja ein ganz besonderer ist, was hat er vorher zu dir gesagt?
Ja, einfach deutschen Rekord schwimmen. Ist ja einfach.
Das war die Vorgabe. Was können wir von dir erwarten? Freust du dich schon auf Mexiko?
Natürlich ist die Freude groß auf Mexiko. Die Zeiten will ich auf jeden Fall mit dahin mitnehmen und besser werden.
Well, I told you that the A finals don't disappoint. Our third world record of the day, and we now have a grand total of 33 world records over the course of almost 4 days of action. Still 3 finals to come. The men's 200 metre individual medley A final is up next. After that are the women and their 50 metre butterfly final. Then the men finish things on their own 50 metre butterfly.
A-Finale 200 Meter Lagen der Männer. Men's 200 Meter individual medley, the final.
Next up then is the men's 200 metre individual medley A final. Just going to, I've just seen there if we were going to get a potential interview with Maisie Summers-Newton. That looks as if it's going to be a no. So let's have a look who lines up in this then. In lane 0, wearing those headphones that I think whenever he's out of the pool, they are always on his head. Thomas Hamer keeping cool there. The 19-year-old. He is from Great Britain and he's in lane 0.
Medalist by the Paralympics 2016,
And world champion 2013, representing Great Britain, Thomas Hammer.
Auf der Bahn 1 aus den Niederlanden auf
SM14 athlete is Thomas Hamer. Incidentally, 208.98 is the time he's looking to beat. In lane 1 is Bas Takken from the Netherlands, SM10 swimmer, born in 1999. And has seen a lot of success this week, as has all of his teammates, and there's actually 4 of them in a row in this final. The second of them here, Duncan van Haren, the youngest of them, born in the year 2000, just 17 years of age, and he's in the SM10 category as well, looking to defeat 206.87 set by Denis Dubrov of Ukraine in Rio 2016. In lane 3 here, Olivier van der Voort, the false alarm world record, if you like, earlier on. It wasn't to beat for him. Maybe he has saved the world record for this final, his last one of these championships. In lane 4 from the Netherlands also is Mark Evans. He completes a Dutch quartet and he looks very relaxed and happy to be there indeed. In lane 5 from Italy is Federico Melacci. How great would it be for him to follow in the steps that we have just seen from Carlotta Gilli. Next up in lane 6 is the second of 2 British athletes we have in this final. It's Oliver Hind of Great Britain, SM8 swimmer. He has the world record for this event, 2:20.01 from Rio de Janeiro in the Paralympic Games of 2016. In lane number 7 from Belarus is Hairi Dzudzilau.
And on lane 7,
SM11 athlete, completely blind as you can see there with his blackened goggles. And he's not the only one in that category in this event, because next to him from Japan is Ucho Tomita, born in 1989.
On lane 8, representing Japan, Ucho Tomita.
Another one of the incredibly talented Japanese swimmers coming through the ranks at the exact right time as well. Completing the pool, another home favourite. Look at that, the 2012 logo and the one from Rio 2 is Tobias Pollak, SM7 swimmer. He is the oldest in this final. Can he use his experience to get a medal? This is the men's 200 metre individual medley, a final.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, und hier, da könnte es auch wieder einen Weltrekord, aber vielleicht auch einen deutschen Rekord geben. Alle, die jetzt drüben bei der Bahn 9 sitzen, Tobias Pollak war heute Morgen schon ganz, ganz nah an seinem deutschen Rekord dran.
So, pretty level start with the butterfly there. And with all the rankings more or less SM8 above, the only exception Tobias Pollak in line 9. So that is the reason why he is a few seconds behind. He's an SM7 athlete aiming for a world record of 2:30.72. Just to put that into context, that is 22 seconds slower than that of the SM14 record. But I don't think the gap between Mark Evers, SM14 in lane 4 and Tobias Pollak in lane 9 will necessarily be that long. Of course, we'll have to wait and see as to what actually happens in the pool, but we're coming up towards the halfway point now, and Olivier van der Voort, who's certainly going to have the bit between his teeth after that alarm that never was, the record that never was, which was a false alarm. He could come out here and say, right, here's your world record, and get it in this event instead. SM10, remember, swimmer 2:06.87, and there are 4 Dutch swimmers in this, all but one of them in the SM10 category. All I know, Denis Dubrov's world record from Rio in 2016. but now beginning to emerge as a real favourite here is Mark Evers of the Netherlands, SM14 swimmer. The only other one in this race that is in that category is Thomas Harmer on the near side in lane 0 of Great Britain, but he really seems to be off the pace, and does the Brit. And if Britain are going to get a gold in this one, it'll have to focus on Oliver Hind, who is not that far behind in lane 6. But of course it's all about points with him being an SM8 swimmer. As I said earlier, he'll be around 10-12 seconds behind the front. The front being spearheaded by Mark Evers then. In lane 4, he comes in at 897. 213.7 is the time. 892 means it's second for Federico Malachi. And then 900 coming in from Ollie Hind, and he has managed to pull it out of the bag right when it matters. And he's still 5 seconds off of his world record. He didn't even need to come near it because he was so comfortable there, Ollie Hind. He will take the gold medal. What a successful championships it has been for him. I was sat behind him on the plane coming into Berlin last Wednesday. Did he have any idea that he would come away so supreme as he has done? So gold for Ollie Hind and Great Britain. In second is Mark Evers of the Netherlands. And then 5 points behind him is Federico Malachi of Italy. So we can have a look now at what the final results look like when it comes to the points. These are your men's 200 metre individual medley medalists. Ollie Hind with gold, Mark Evers with silver, and Federico Malachi with the bronze. So just 2 sprint finals to come up next, and that is in the women's 50 metre butterfly final and the men's 50 metre butterfly final as well. That'll be coming very soon, but the medal ceremonies are approaching us next, and I'll pass you over to that in a few moments' time. But again, chance to look back and analyse what has been a wonderful night of finals. Perhaps a bit disappointing that we haven't seen the amount of world records that we've seen on previous nights, but let's not get too greedy. On the first night, on the first day as a whole, combining the heats and the finals, we had 12 world records, and I think that we were never going to keep up that sort of pace. On Friday, we had 11 world records. Yesterday, it was 7. Today, we currently stand on 3, with a total of 33. Is absolutely fantastic. So many personal bests recorded as well. So many area records also chalked on the board. And of course, it's a lot about confidence as well, not just going into Mexico in September, because it's not about that for some of these athletes. They won't be on the plane to Mexico City. They may know that already, or they may not be able to get through the trials. But this is all about the experience and building you up for the future. That's especially the case for some of the Germans that we have seen taking part in the youth finals. There is a lot of good German talent out there at the moment. Same with the Netherlands as well. And of course the Japanese have a home Paralympic Games coming up in 3 years' time. And they look as if that their athletes are getting very much ready to being serious contenders when it comes to those games. We can now pass into now the German medal ceremonies down on the podium.
Zweiter wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Simon Prodanovic. Und deutscher Meister 2017 von der VfG Finnentrop, Fabian Brune. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und ich darf Ihnen sagen, meine Damen und Herren, die 3, das haben Sie schon fast vorgestellt, die haben natürlich genau in dieser Reihenfolge auch die Jugendwertung gewonnen. Also auch in der Jugend, meine Damen und Herren, haben diese 3 den Titel im deutschen Jugendfinale unter sich ausgemacht. Was bleibt also? Wir haben einen unglaublich guten Nachwuchs, weil wenn die 3 deutschen Jugendmeister hier oben sind und dann auch noch in der offenen Klasse, ja, Ute Schinkitz wird frohlocken. So, eigentlich wurde mir gesagt, dass diese Siegerehrung mit der anderen schon dabei war, deshalb habe ich es auch gesagt. Also, ich sage es noch einmal, den 3. Platz belegte Malte Braunschweig, 2. wurde Simon Prodanovic und Jugendmeister wurde Fabian Brune. Vielen Dank, die Herren. Ihr hattet eure Siegerehrung mit den anderen zusammen schon, habe ich auch angesagt. Also nochmal vielen, vielen Dank und nochmal herzlichen Glückwunsch an Fabian Brune, Simon Prodanovic und Malte Braunschweig. Sie sind nämlich sowohl in der Jugend als auch in der offenen Klasse Deutsche Meister geworden. Vielen Dank. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony, men's 100-meter backstroke in the youth class. Third with 709 points, representing Ireland, Barry McClements. Second and winner of the silver medal with 745 points, representing Great Britain, Lewis White. And first and international youth champion 2017 with 788 points, representing France, Hugo Didier. Congratulations. Victory ceremony, men's 100-meter backstroke, open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 940 points and the new world record, representing Netherlands, Oliver van der Voort. Second with 947 points, Jonathan Fox. And international champion with a new area record, 952 points, representing United States of America, Robert Griswold.
And Dave, go to the third. He is a little bit delayed, but with a new world record, he is a little bit tired. Congratulations, Oliver van der Voort. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of United States of America. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne der Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika. Congratulations. And it's a great team here in this hall from USA. Thanks that you are here. Siegerehrung, Deutsche Meisterschaft, 200 Meter Lagen der Damen. Den dritten Platz belegte vom SV Göppingen Marlene Endrolat. Zweite wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Janina Breuer.
So you're just currently witnessing here the German medal ceremony for the women's 200 meter individual medley final. And these are your German national champions. Just to mark your card for the rest of the night, we do have coming up the women's 50 meter butterfly final and the men's 50 meter butterfly final as well. That will cap off not just tonight, but the championships as a whole. And of course, it's been fantastic to see this event being run by purely volunteers. Even the officials are all volunteers as well. And this International Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships 2017 here in Berlin would not have been able to have been worked so efficiently or run at all without those volunteers. So a big thank you on behalf of myself and the IPC as well for all the efforts from the volunteers. Absolutely much appreciated as ever.
Jungen Damen über 200 Meter Lagen. Den dritten Platz belegte hier niemand.
And a big thank you to you as well for watching over the past few days with myself, Jonathan Bell. If you do want to get in touch with us, you can. Let us know your favourite moment from the weekend. Hashtag IDM Berlin 2017. And I've also announced that Christian was saying that if I get enough likes and thumbs up or whatever you like, then I get a free replica of the mascot Paralino, which would be absolutely magnificent. So make sure you do get in touch with us. And, you know, even if you have to lie through your teeth and say I've been extraordinary. That would be good. If you're thinking extraordinary bad, then just miss out the bad and just say extraordinary, and that would be absolutely marvellous indeed. And then I've saved €8 on a little mascot, and it's a very nice mascot as well. You may see pictures of it online. Do have a look for it if you haven't already. But for me, that would be just as successful as winning a medal in an event, which I'm sure some of these swimmers feel like as well. See those three there with their own Paralino. So just a couple more medal ceremonies to go, then we'll get back underway with the action. And as I say, next up, it'll be the women's 50-metre butterfly.
Victory ceremony, women's 200-meter individual medley youth class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 858 points, representing Netherlands, Lisette Brunsma. Second with 897 points, representing Great Britain, Maciej Summers-Newton. And international German champion with a new world record and 1,017 points, representing Italy, Carlotta Gelli. Congratulations. Victory ceremony, women's 200-meter individual medley, the open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 887 points, representing Germany, Verena Schott. Second and winner of the silver medal with 897 points, representing Great Britain, Maciej Summers-Newton. And international champion, the new record holder representing Italy, Carlotta Gelli. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Italy. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Italiens.
Ja, Steffen, 2 Finals haben wir noch, oder?
Ja, zweimal die kurzen Strecken, 50 Meter Schmetterling der Frauen, 50 Meter Schmetterling der Männer.
Und ich möchte euch da oben schon mal einstimmen, während die Technik jetzt hier nochmal auf 50 Meter geprüft wird. 2 deutsche Rekorde wackeln hier zumindest.
So that's that for the medal ceremonies for the immediate future. Next up though, finals action to conclude these championships with the 2 50-meter butterfly finals. The women's first, after that will be the men's. Very much looking forward to what's about to come. These two racers may be very short in distance and in time as well, but I'm sure they will be good enough to cap off what's been a fantastic championship. It's going to be difficult for these athletes, all 20 of them, because the International Deutsche Meisterschaften swimming championships have been absolutely extraordinary so far. Well, it have a fitting conclusion. It looks as if we are moments away from everything being put back into place after the medal ceremonies and being ready to have our athletes being paraded out on the poolside.
Vivi, ich würde so gern deinen Arm hochgehen sehen.
Finale 50 Meter Schmetterling der Frauen.
So that is your lineup. Let's have a look at them in person now as they come out onto the poolside. It's a double dose of Spaniards, as you can see in lanes 0 and 1. Judith Rollo Marichal lines up the S7 athlete in lane 0. And in lane 1 is Maria Delgado Nadal.
Auf der Bahn 0 aus Spanien. Sie war in London mit dabei und ist Vize-Europameisterin.
Lane 0.
And we do see now Judith Rollo Marichal, a CS7 athlete. 39.13 was her time from earlier. The world record she's got to get close to, 33.81. In lane 1 is her fellow Spaniard, Maria Delgado Nadal. 31.12 the time earlier. She's going to have to improve on that if she's to get anywhere near the 800-900 mark, as 29.76 is the record set in Seoul in 2015. In lane 2, representing Italy, and from a club that's had a lot of success, that is for sure, not just these championships, but today in particular, CCANA, Alessia Scortanini, Test 10 swimmer, 28.38 is the world record. She was only a couple of seconds away from that earlier on today with her time of 30.42 in the heats. In lane 3, a really likeable figure, Maja Rijkaard of Sweden. 35.17 she managed to record earlier, S11 athlete. She is not any old boring S11 athlete. She may have black and goggles, but she has Swedish flags on them, which is a fantastic touch, very creative indeed, and such a modest figure. She's got a smile on her face, maybe a bit of nerves kicking in as well. This is her final event, as it is for all these athletes of the weekend, and let's see what they can produce. Eleanor Robinson is one of the most intense warm-uppers you will ever see on the side of a pool. Look at that. Absolutely smacks her thighs there with some real venom. But it worked for her. She's in lane 4, got the best points earlier on today, and the S6 athlete is looking for 35.48 as a world record, and you again would not put it past her. You won't put it past any of these swimmers, particularly Carlotta Gilli being introduced to the crowd now. The S13 athlete in lane 5 just moments ago got a world record in the 200 metre individual medley. Is a 50 metre butterfly something she can add to her list of achievements. In 6 from Spain, the third of a quartet of Spaniards is Sarah Gascon. She's in the S9 category and holds the record as well. 30.96 she recorded earlier this year in April in Barcelona. Can she hold on to that and maybe enhance it even further here? Someone who will look to change that is Sofia Konkoli in lane 7, who's in the same category from Hungary. 32.75 she recorded earlier. She'll have to take a couple of seconds off of that if she's to be in contention of pipping Sarah Gascon to the world record for the S9 category. In lane 8, the female German swimmer of the year, Maika Naomi Schnittger, a real fan with the home crowd here. S12 athlete who's been there and done that. Really is the poster girl for German para-swimming. 31.23 was her time earlier on today. She'll have to get 29.76 if she's to get close to the world record. Completing the pool is the fourth of the Spaniards, Isabel Hingua Hernandez Santos from FEDDF. She is one of two S10 athletes in this one. We mentioned Alessia Scortacini in lane 2 earlier, and that world record of 28.38. That both of them have to get as close as possible to. In lane 0 to 9, it's Marichal, Nadal, Scortacini, Rijkaard, Robinson, Gilly, Gascon, Konkoli, Schnittger and Santos. This is the women's 50-metre butterfly final. So I expect the atmosphere here to be absolutely electric for this one. Once again, there'll be a difference in times, a big void between Eleanor Robinson and Maya Rijkaard, the two best qualifiers earlier on today. They were separated by around 8 seconds. Especially Carlotta Gil. We will get her in first as she soars in towards the finish. She's looking very good indeed. She has to beat 29.14. She does. 2 world records in one night. We thought it was good. It is very good indeed. But Eleanor Robinson is going to get the gold medal with 959. A couple of area records thrown in there as well. But 959 for Eleanor Robinson. It's just outside the world record, but it is good enough for a gold. So a world record for Carlotta Gilli, who manages to get a silver medal as well. An area record for her fellow Italian Alessia Scortacini, and Maya Rijkaard is also getting an area record as well. Well, what a way to finish the women's program for the week here in Berlin.
Final in 1 hour, I think, and it was very tired, but it's okay.
And in the evening you go to Berlin, or what you are doing with the coaches in the evening session?
No, I come back in Turin to my home and to call my coach, and then I restart to train for other competition.
So we hope that you have a good relaxing, and we see us next year once more again here. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlotta Gilli, Italy.
Well done, Carlotta Gilli. 2 world records tonight. She can now boast half the world records that we've had today. Ellie Robinson as well deserves a massive congratulations for, despite all the area records and world records around her, she still comes out on top. It just shows how good the world record is in the S6 category, but also how good Eleanor Robertson is. And that is another gold for Great Britain, who must be really proud of their efforts so far. Naomi Schnittger just having a word as well with Christian now, a German interview there, so we'll leave them to that. Really happy for Maya Rijkaard as well, missed out on the medals there, but still managed to get a European record for the S11 category. It still stands the world record at 32.92 by Mary Fisher of New Zealand, but Maya Rijkaard, one of the most, I mean, a lot of these athletes are really likeable people, but Maya Rijkaard are really up there. When she got the world record the other night and the gold medal as well, she looked like she was happy, but she also looked like she was going to cry at the same time. It was wonderful scenes there. She won't be on the podium tonight, but she's been a fantastic sport, as have all of these athletes over the course of the last 4 days. So that was the penultimate race. Beat that, lads. Men's 50-metre butterfly action coming up next. It's the final event of these championships. And the bar has been immensely high indeed. I thought it was high already, but after that final, goodness me, these 10 athletes really have got their work cut out. They got the work cut out, let alone against the women. Against each other's hard enough, because the names in there, as they have been in all of these A finals, are absolute blockbuster names in the world of para swimming. And if this is your first week watching para swimming, like myself, I'm not a massive expert prior to these championships on these athletes coming here to Berlin, but I have to say I've been well impressed by all of them, very familiar with them now. And let's see what can be produced in their final race of the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships. Daniel Seaman lines up in lane 0 in front of his home crowd. In lane 1 from Japan is Yucho Tomita, who we saw just moments ago in the men's 200 metre individual medley. He may fancy his chances a little bit more in this one. S11 swimmer swimming against a world record set here 2 years ago of 27.99. In lane 2 is the world record holder in the S4 category. He earned it with his gold medal in London in 2012 at the Paralympic Games. 40.48 that night. Earlier on he got 43.78. He can improve on that substantially. What can he do in the pool? The Slovenian athlete looking very focused indeed. Stephen Clegg is in lane 3. He's from Great Britain. The S12 athlete has 26.15 to get in touching distance of. He will fancy his chances. Earlier on today he got 26.22. It was 700ths of a second out, and that was him not even at his best. In lane 4, spearheading the Japanese para program, is Keiichi Kimura, the man born in 1990, eyeing up a world record here that currently stands at 27.99, 400ths of a second off it earlier on today. Stephen Clegg and Keiichi Kimura in lanes 3 and 4 respectively are two well worth keeping an eye on. Arnos Petracek in lane 5 of the Czech Republic is an S4 athlete, similarly to Darko Djuric, also feeling confident about a potential world record tonight. He was just over a second off of it earlier. What can he shave off it tonight? In lane 6 from Greece is S9 Demosthenis Mikalentzakis. He has a lot of events where he holds the record for. He doesn't hold it in this though. It was 0.42 seconds off it earlier on today. Another tale of so close yet so far, but these athletes still have one chance to go to break a world record and get on the medal table. You do feel like a world record is needed to win this one, and even in the last one when we saw such high quality, a world record wasn't enough for Carlota Gili to win gold there. Anything can happen here. In lane 7 from Spain is Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz. You can see there Mikhail Golus of Poland, the 22-year-old, and completing the pool is the legend that is David Levesque of Spain. We've seen a lot of Spanish athletes in the last couple of races or so.
Representing Spain, David Levesque.
And like I said earlier, I think Spain have been the dark horse of these championships. So many nations that have succeeded this week, it's difficult to name them all. But here we go. This is the men's 50-metre butterfly final for the final time this week. Enjoy.
Here
we go, and a fascinating proposition here with the fact that most of the swimmers will come in and around the 30-second mark, but the two swimmers that won't are both in the S4 category, and both were two of the fastest earlier on in terms of points. Darko Djuric in lane 2, S4 athlete from Slovenia, and Arnos Petracek in lane 5 from Czech Republic. We'll focus on them earlier on, but for now, it's Keiichi Kimura coming in. We've got a world record in lane 3 from Stephen Clegg as well. Is that a world record? 26.01 is a new world record. Another one coming in as well from Keiichi Kimura for Japan. So 2 more world records to add to things, bringing up the day's total to 6. And
that's Stephen Clegg, Great Britain.
It is confirmed now that in second position as well is Arnos Petricek. So, top of the tree, Kiichi Kimura of Japan. We said that he was the main figure of the Japanese para swimming program. 972 points, 6 points clear of Arnos Petricek, and it sees him get a world record and a gold medal as well. As I said, second spot is taken by Arnos Petricek, and in one from Stephen Clegg there, a world record for him on 952, just 20 points away from gold. We sensed there may be one world record in that. We sensed it be a world record to take the gold medal as well. Stephen Clegg makes it 2 world records in that race. It is 6 for the night, and we have a grand total in these championships of 36 world records. A fantastic effort from not only all those world records broken, the area records, the personal bests as well recorded, and just a fantastic mass enthusiasm and participation in this event. It's been absolutely fantastic to see. Over 50 countries here, 650 athletes, and I think that was very much a race to cap off what has been a sensational Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships here in Berlin for 2017.
Kiichi Kimura.
Kiichi Kimura just talking now with Christian.
Beautiful Japanese women. She is looking forward to 2020. Kiichi, now you are swimming a new world record, 2017, and that's a good preparation for Tokyo.
2017年にワールドレコード出したけれども、2020年の準備はできてますか？
そうですね、3年後ですけれども、今からもう戦いは始まっていると思ってますので、準備は万端です。
Yeah, he's well prepared. In 3 years to go, but he's already prepared.
Also er bereitet sich natürlich vor auf Tokio, weil da soll es dann groß werden. Aber das war natürlich jetzt trotzdem schon mal ganz toll. Und wenn Sie ihn strahlen sehen würden, meine Damen und Herren, es ist ein blinder Schwimmer. Wenn Sie sehen würden, wie er strahlt, dann würden Sie ihm einen riesengroßen Applaus mitgeben, dem neuen Weltrekordhalter. Thanks a lot.
And then we hear from Kiichi Kimura. Good that he's managed to get a translation with him as well. So he's our final champion of the night, and we will see. Oh, there we go, with a German from him as well. Fantastic. Just when you thought he couldn't get any better with a world record and a gold medal, he can speak a bit of German as well. Fantastic stuff. So we will see that medal ceremony in a few moments' time for the women's 50-metre butterfly and also the men's 50-metre butterfly as well. But for now, we will just wait for that. You can see there the podium is ready on the top right-hand side of the pool. It gives me a great opportunity now in this break, though, to once again reiterate my thanks for you for watching with the live stream for the last 4 days. Of course, the live stream, quite a recent thing for these Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Championships. And of course, it is there to enhance the event, but it would not work if it was not for people watching at home and showing their support. So thank you very much for tuning in with myself, Jonathan Bell, over the course of these last 4 days. It's been an absolute pleasure and privilege to be here in Berlin, bringing you this coverage from, even it is, from the glass box that Christian described earlier on today. And I think it's also been a successful championships in terms of the fact that this is the first time that this has been held as a World Series event. Of course, these championships have been running year upon year upon year, and they get better every single time. But the fact now, in terms of the quality of action we're seeing in the pool, the fact it is a World Series event, it means something now for the swimmers to get enough points in order to get to Mexico City in September. I think it really has made for a fantastic entertainment and also spectacle as well. 36 world records, as I say, in the space of 4 days, an average of 9 a day, which is absolutely remarkable. And a big well done to all swimmers involved, the youngsters, that are coming through. Some of the older ones that we have also seen as well have been absolutely remarkable. Real inspirational stories, and that is to their credit, these para swimmers. They are great people, great athletes, and have put on a great showing. So hopefully we're going to have a fitting medal ceremony to come in a few moments' time as well. And once again, I reiterate my thanks as well to all the volunteers on behalf of the IPC who have been absolutely fantastic, giving up their time over the course of the last 4 days, completely voluntary, and making sure that we have a spectacle that we can be proud to show the world. So a big thank you to everyone that you see in the grey volunteer shirt, or maybe a blue shirt as well. They've been absolutely fantastic in making this event what it is, because it certainly not only wouldn't be as great without them, we probably wouldn't have an event without them. So a big thank you to all our officials and our volunteers. Now it's time to pay tribute to our swimmers with the medal ceremony, and I'll pass you over to Christian now as he makes those announcements.
Meine Damen und Herren, den dritten Platz belegte Malte Braunschweig. Zweiter wurde vom SV Unna Adam Karas. Und deutscher Meister 2017 über 200 Meter Lagen wurde Tobias Poller. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und meine Damen und Herren, wir kommen dann direkt zur Siegerehrung der jungen Herren über 200 Meter Lagen. Hier belegte den dritten Platz vom BV Ascota Chemnitz Nico Clemens. Zweiter wurde vom Berliner Schwimmteam Malte Braunschweig. Und deutscher Jugendmeister wurde vom SV Unna Adam Karas. Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony, men's 200 meter individual medley for the youth.
Third and winner of the bronze medal with 710 points, representing Germany, Adam Karas. Second with 754 points, representing Great Britain, Lewis White. And first with 715 points, he was in the A final, representing Netherlands, Duncan van Halen. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. So I told it that we have it in the international use. Yes, thanks a lot. Victory ceremony, men's 200-meter individual medley, open class. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 892 points, representing Italy, Federico Molacchi. Second and winner of the silver medal with 897 points, representing Netherlands, Mark Evers. And international champion with 900 points, representing Great Britain, Oliver Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can, for the national anthem of Great Britain. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die nationale Hymne Großbritanniens. Machen wir runter. So, meine Damen und Herren, da ja hier sogar schon einige Werbebanden abgebaut werden. Also ich habe immer ein Herz, weil ich muss ja jetzt hier noch ein bisschen Siegerehrung machen. Für all die, die hier noch so ums Becken herum sind. Liebe Kampfrichter, ich fand es toll, mit euch hier 4 Tage zu machen. Steffen, war ein tolles Team, oder, die Kampfrichter?
Ja, das war wirklich super. Ohne Kampfrichter geht so ein Wettkampf nicht. Und wir können uns immer nur ganz herzlich bedanken für die Zeit, die Sie hier opfern, das sind ja 4 Tage ehrenamtlichen Engagements, das ist einfach fantastisch und ich finde, das kann man gar nicht hoch genug loben.
Also vielen, vielen Dank nochmal an alle unsere Berliner und deutschen Kampfrichter. Bitte gebt denen nochmal einen Riesenapplaus mit und wir wünschen euch einen super tollen Heimweg. And all the technical officials can leave the pool now. Thanks a lot for your help in the last 4 days. So we hope that we see us once more again 2018. Und wir kommen nun zur Siegerehrung der Damen über 50 Meter Schmetterling, die deutsche Wertung.
So the medal ceremony is still not yet over, but the officials relieved of their duties for another year. Hopefully they'll be back again next year, providing fantastic dedication and work to the cause here. Everyone pulling in together in these championships, making them what they have been so far. A few more medal ceremonies to go.
Leipzig, Peggy Sonntag.
Once again, this being the German ceremony, one for the home crowd to show their appreciation for as the next generation of German para-swimmers come through the ranks. And there's certainly a lot of talent on show, as we've seen in the past 4 days.
Meisterin 2017 der offenen Klasse wurde über 50 Meter Schmetterling Maike Naomi Schnittger. Und wir kommen zur Siegerehrung über 50 Meter Schmetterling der jungen deutschen Damen. Hier belegte den 3. Platz vom SG Osnabrück Riekje Heuter. Zweite wurde vom SC Potsdam Jasmin Beutler. Und internationale deutsche Meisterin, nein, die deutsche Jugendmeisterin wurde über 50 Meter Schmetterling vom SV Göppingen 04 Marlene Endrolat. Herzlichen Glückwunsch! Victory ceremony
women's 50-meter butterfly youth final. Third and winner of the bronze medal with 723 points representing Hungary, Sofia Konkoli. Second and winner of the silver medal with 903 points and a new world record representing Italy, Carlotta Gilli. And international champion with 959 points representing Great Britain, Eleanor Robinson.
Big smiles for Eleanor Robinson there, and it just shows you know she's got two sides to her game. She's got the game face where she thumping her thighs before a race, looking very mean indeed, and then a nice smile at the end of things when it all pays off and she gets the gold medal. Big well done to her. Big well done as well to Carlotta Gilli for 2 world records tonight. Some really great performances, and of course. Monica Boggioni is another one who we've not really seen in the pool today, but in the last couple of days she's amassed loads of medals and world records, and she would, I would probably say, alongside Jessica Applegate, be my two. They've been fantastic.
Victory ceremony women's 50-meter butterfly, the A final results. Third. And with a new European record with 892 points representing Sweden, Maja Reichhardt. Second, the lady with so much power in 10 minutes, and she's winning the silver medal with 903 points. And another world record representing Italy, Carlotta Gilli. And international champion with 959 points. Representing Great Britain, Eleanor Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, rise if you can for the national anthem of Great Britain. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen für die Nationalhymne Großbritanniens.
Und wir kommen zur Siegerehrung über 50 Meter Schmetterling in der deutschen Wertung. Hier belegte den 3. Platz vom Berliner Schwimmteam Malte Braunschweig. Zweiter wurde von der SG Bayer Tobias Pollapp. Deutscher Meister 2017 über 50 Meter Schmetterling wurde von der VSG Darmstadt 1949 Daniel Simon. Und wir kommen dann sofort zur Siegerehrung der besten deutschen Jugendlichen über 50 Meter Schmetterling. Hier belegte den 3. Platz vom SC Potsdam Julian Hirsche.
So that is our final German ceremony of the night in terms of the national awards. And then the international awards will be given out at the back end of that men's 50 meter butterfly final.
Vom SV Unna Adam Karas.
Worth a word as well for David Metcalf, just leaving the screen there, who is giving out these awards, and he is the lead technical official at this event. You may have seen him on the camera a couple of times being interviewed by Christian, our German announcer. Also, I know him from the East region back in Great Britain. And he certainly put a lot of hard work and preparation in, along with the other lead officials, in the last few months or so. This is not a thing that happens overnight. It takes months of preparation in order to get things ready and set for these championships. David Metcalf and co should be very proud of the work they have done. It is very much appreciated. I'm sure I can echo the sentiments of you at home, concurring with those views, because it has been a flawless championships from where I'm sitting in my glass box, I have to say, and I hope you've got the same impression from watching at home. This is the German champions.
And ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony over 50 meter butterfly from the youth class. Third with
International Youth Final,
points.
sorry.
Representing Germany, Adam Karas. Second with 685 points, representing Spain, Ariel Enrique Schrenk-Martinez. And international German champion with 689 points, representing Germany, Malte Braunschweig.
You'd be forgiven for thinking that was a national ceremony for the Germans there, with two of them being on the podium, but of course that was the International Open Junior medalists from the men's 50-metre freestyle, 50-metre butterfly, beg your pardon, and now will be the international champions of that 50-metre butterfly final. And what a fantastic final it was. Of course, Kiichi Kimura in the centre there, having guidance due to his lack of vision. But I'm not sure he needs the guidance going up that podium anymore, because he's been up it that many times.
Third, with a new world record and 952 points, representing Great Britain, Stephen Clegg.
So Stephen Clegg with his world record in the S12 category, getting the sound of the horn from the British faithful congregated on the far side in the spectator gallery, all on their feet, celebrating what is a very good bronze medal, especially considering the amount of talent that was on offer there. Of course, Stephen Clegg won't be up against these athletes when it comes to Paralympic Games and World Championships as well, but when it comes to the multi-class sort of system at these World Series Championships, he is against swimmers from all across the spectrum, no matter what the physical impairment is, and it makes it even more difficult to win a medal. So in a way, of course, Paralympic medals are the pinnacle of an athlete's career, but when it comes to this, it's sort of a bit more credit-worthy in a way, because you had to do a bit more in order to not only overcome people on a similar level to you in terms of physical impairments, but actually beat the whole lot. And that is what this man has done. Kiichi Kimura, a world record, a gold medal, a respectful bow as well. And look, he's been on the podium that many times, he's expecting the bear already, with its hood up as well. A cool customer is Kiichi Kimura, and a cool mascot to go along with it. So here is the Japanese national anthem, the final national anthem of the weekend. And of course, we'll be hearing this, hopefully for Japan, a lot of times in the Paralympic Games in 2020. And there we have it. That is the final medal ceremony on the final day in the final session of action here for the Internationale Deutsche Meisterschaften Swimming Championships 2017. I've been Jonathan Bell. Once again, a massive thank you to you at home for watching along with us on the live stream. A big thank you to all our volunteers, officials. A big thank you to all the coaches, swimmers, for putting on such a fantastic event in the pool. Outside the pool, of course, our officials and volunteers have been absolutely amazing as well. A big thank you for those working in the live stream behind the scenes who maybe don't get the credit that they deserve. And of course to our in-venue announcers as well. I've been Jonathan Bell, and hopefully I'll be back again next year. Thoroughly enjoyed myself in my first year here in Berlin at these championships. A big 36 world records have been achieved, and hopefully these swimmers now, after the 5th and final World Series event, will be in fantastic shape for the Mexico City World Para Swimming Championships in September this year. So for now, have a fantastic evening. And we'll see you in Mexico City in a few months' time. Good night.
From the 6th to the 10th of June in 2018. Come back again to Berlin. It was nice that you are here. And have a good trip at home. Bye-bye. Aber es ist keiner mehr da.